Hello, hello, hello. Is anybody there? Anybody home? Anybody in the building? Do we have people? What's going on here? This is live, and I don't see the comments. I think we are live. Once we get a few people in the channel, in the show, start up a little bit. It always takes a little bit of time for some reason, and I don't know why. I really don't. Having a quick wind down on this Thursday night. Not sure if we got anybody in the house tonight. If not, it's not a problem. We move along, and that's what we do. A little music, a little wine, a little chit chat, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know my shows. I come on for a little bit and I bang out. So let's see if anybody rolls in. If they do, that's great. If they don't, I can carry on and move about my business. 1 minute in, nobody here. And I'm going to play a little music. Why not? Hello, Octavia. Nice to see you this evening. Thank you for stopping by. Going to put a little music on here. Obsessed with this woman's voice. Gotta tell you, her talent just takes me away. Let's start off with a little music, guys. Claudia Perry has entered the building. Big Bones has arrived. Patricia with the daily lottery number. She's great. Let's get happy, guys. Hey, let's get a little happy. Why not? Fuck it, right? This girl's incredible. Hello, Arlene. Hope you are well down there in Florida. A little chat, a little music, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. She's amazing.
Rocky baby. Woman, take me in your arms. Rocky baby. There's nothing to me.
Really, she's good, man.
You wanna do it. Open up your heart and let the love and start.
How was she, guys? Does she sound good or what? Baby. I mean, come on. How we doing, guys? How's everybody tonight? Things I'm bummed out. Tried listening to the morning show on my way home and it was all chopped up. Oh, I don't know. I had a good show this morning. I didn't hear anything. Mark, I didn't hear anything, buddy. I mean, she's amazing, no? Rock your baby. Got a good look. Got a few people hanging out. Good. Come on. She said, come on. She's amazing, guys. I don't know how to share my screen, or I would. Don't know how to do it yet. Learning. Indu. Come to vai? She's amazing. Love this girl. Awesome, Brian. Life is good, man. No matter how bad it gets, just gotta keep going forward, Brian. Where's your coaching, Brian? Where's Adam? Listen to this girl nail it. Boom. Determination. Model. Not me. There's something else I really want to play, but it's going to be hard for me to do. Sticks, Top My Road has new products from our homeland. Tamuj rocking it in the chat. Yeah. She's got an amazing voice. Absolutely incredible. Something else that I'm going to up a little bit. All right. I really want to show you something here. Now, I'm here. I'm on the screen yet. I'm in my birthday suit, and it would not be okay. Okay, give me a minute here, all right? Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'm here, guys. I'm here. Hello, G. Hello, G. Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody doing this evening? Number one, let me change my glasses because I got to get the show glasses on, right? Because here we are. You're in my living room, but I still got to put the pinky rings on. One pinky and a cuter. That's the routine. One in the cuter. 1.25. The surgeon tried, but anyway, it didn't work out. Stiggs is in his birthday suit. Having a good night. Mod on. Hot sauce, Tommy. Hot sauce, baby. So, as you saw in my thumbnail, hold on. Did you see Nikki Scarfo in my thumbnail, guys? Did anybody see Nikki Scarfo in my thumbnail? Now, listen. I don't talk mob talk very much. It's not very interesting. I do think the time has passed for what, how much can you talk about it? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So give me a minute here. How much can you really talk about the mob? Right? You have got to love the 70s disco. It's incredible. I mean, amazing. 70s disco was, I'm an 80s kid, but I got to tell you, well, 69, I was born 79. By 79, 10 years old, I was in wise guys' cars. They were taking us on errands. We had no idea where we were going, but we were just driving around the neighborhood in new Cadillacs of guys that never went to work. So I can't explain the rest, but anyway. So that's the situation right there. Let me see if I add a little. Scarfo was wild. Who pushes the horse off a cliff? He's Ubats, G. Ubats. Right? He's Ubats. I mean, he was a nut. He was absolutely out of his mind. I gotta fix that light. Nikki Scarfo was nuts. Did the hustle every weekend. Oh, I'm a good hustler. I do good at the hustle. I love the hustle. I can kill it. Mark Info, the Italian Prince. Scarfo was wild. Yes, he was. Now, you saw my thumbnail. Now, Nikki Scarfo, you see how he's dressed for that testimony? He is how you are. Patricia, we all love each other until the end. Bingo. Bingo. You hear the city noise? I'm sorry, but Nikki Scarfo is, when he testified in front of the grand jury, it was the way that he was supposed to testify, that we are supposed to testify if it's absolutely necessary. So in the thumbnail, did you see how Nikki was dressed? He was dressed in a nice suit, but he had the white shoes on. Almost looked like Capizios, like I used to wear. He has white shoes on. He always wore platform shoes because he was short. You know what I mean? American, De Bella, ciao, como sta? I hope you are well. Thank you for stopping by this evening. I want to play a little bit of how Nikki Scarfo testified. Bingo. What that mean? Where is Lemoncello? Anthony watching everything. I want to play a little bit of Nikki Scarfo's testimony, and this is exactly how you are supposed to testify. If you're part of Cosa Nostra, this is very it's very interesting for some and maybe not for others. Be that as it may, Atangul if you don't like it. This is my show. Okay. Listen to
In order.
Listen to Nikki Scarfo.
Our next witness will be Mr. Nicodemus Scarfo of Atlantic City, New Jersey.
I can't show the video.
Given the
I'll get striked.
amount of testimony introduced before the subcommittee relating to Mr. Scarfo, the subcommittee has deemed it appropriate and necessary to call Mr. Scarfo personally and to provide him with the opportunity to respond to the evidence now before us.
Okay, Mark.
Mr. Scarfo's appearance is pursuant to a subcommittee subpoena.
They subpoenaed him to a grand jury.
Mr. Scarfo, if you would please
Subcommittee.
stand and raise your right hand.
Check it out. He's 4 foot
You
nothing.
swear that the testimony that you're about to give before this subcommittee is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do, sir.
I will.
I will, he says.
Please be seated.
Let's fast forward. Real quick, I just wanted to show you how you're supposed to
I would
testify.
ask you, Mr. Scarfo, in addition to giving your name and address, that you introduce your counsel.
Mr. Robert Simone.
And
I
where
can't
does
show
he
the
practice?
video.
You want him to answer that?
Yes, I would like the witness to answer.
Philadelphia.
Mr. Scarfo, where do you currently reside?
Listen, check it out.
Your Honor, may I make a brief explanation of Mr. Scarfo's current status and position that I promise it will be brief.
Good.
Yes, with the assurance that it will be brief, we will permit it.
Mr. Scarfo is presently here pursuant to the subpoena. I had some communications with counsel for the committee, and at that time, I advised counsel for the committee that Mr. Scarfo would be invoking his rights under the Fifth Amendment of the United States Constitution and possibly under the Fourth Amendment of the United States
Oh, my
Constitution. The
God.
reason for the explanation is this, that Mr. Scarfo is presently involved in an appellate procedure in the Third Circuit Court of Appeals, in which we are contesting the legality of a search of his premises
You want to do his
in
mother's
relation
house.
to a case that is pending on appeal. Certain records were taken from a drawer in his apartment, and that search is now the subject of
Appeal.
a decision that is pending in the Court of Appeals. It's already been argued.
It's
So
appeal. Yeah, it
I
was
want to
nuts.
explain why we would be possibly invoking a Fourth
one you
Amendment
hear
right
when
as
he
well as a Fifth
testifies.
Amendment right.
Hey,
Also,
TT.
since Mr. Scarfo received the subpoena, certain agents of the Federal Bureau of Investigation
Let's see.
came with a testimony that Mr. Scarfo at the time wired or bugged. And as a result, Mr. Scarfo and myself.
Check it out. He's going to ask him. Nah, we're just shooting this shit, London. Nothing much going on.
First, I confirm that Mr. Scarfo does not have immunity. But we intend to proceed with the questions, and of course,
Time, unless you prefer that he read his Fifth Amendment.
do you know Frank Gerace, what do you do for a living?
I invoke my right under the Fifth Amendment of the United States Constitution and decline to answer the question.
He's crazy.
Do you know Frank Gerace, the president of Local 54 of the Hotel and Restaurant Employee Union?
Same answer, sir.
And that's it.
What has been your relationship with Frank Gerace?
Same answer, sir.
Same answer, Dean. No.
Have you ever discussed Local 54 business with Frank Gerace?
Same answer, sir.
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman, he's giving this answer, same answer, just to save time, unless you prefer that he read his Fifth Amendment reason.
Crazy, right? Dean, do.
Are you saying that irrespective of what the
No.
question?
No, sir, he'll, not irrespective of the question, but when he
Same
says
answer,
same answer,
sir.
he's referring to his Fifth Amendment right alone.
His Fifth Amendment.
He's great.
Did you know Angelo Bruno and Phil Testa?
Same answer, sir.
Dean, you believe
What
it?
was your relationship with Bruno and Testa?
Same answer, sir.
Do you believe it, Dean? Do.
Do you have any knowledge concerning the identities of anyone responsible for the murder of Angelo Bruno?
Same answer, sir.
Do you have any knowledge concerning the identity of anyone responsible for the murder of Phil Testa?
Same answer, sir.
Mr. Scarfo, why did you maintain the phone numbers of Frank Gerace and Sue Holland in a coded system of records?
I refuse to answer the question on the grounds of the Fourth and Fifth Amendments
Fourth and
of the
Fifth.
United States Constitution.
Fourth and fifth.
Did you know Robert Lumio?
Same as.
I invoke my right under the Fifth Amendment of the
Oh my
United
God.
States
Can you
Constitution
imagine?
and decline to answer the question.
Do you like ice cream?
What was your relationship with Robert Lumio?
Same answer, sir.
Dude, what do you think?
Did you ever discuss Local 54 business with Robert Lumio?
Same answer, sir.
Okay, that's enough for that. I'm done.
Do you know any of the following individuals associated with Local 54? Al Diadone, D-I-A-D-O-N-E, Vice President; Eli Kirkland, Organizer; Carlos Lassane, Grievance Manager.
Same answer, sir.
Do you know
I
Frank
don't give a
Latino?
fuck.
Same answer, sir.
Same answer, same
What has
answer,
been your
same answer.
relationship with
That,
Frank?
my friends, is how you are supposed to testify. Wouldn't he be a hostile witness? Oh, I don't know. Go scratch, right, TT? He wasn't giving them shit. And that is actually how you are supposed to testify. They must have thought he was Ubats. No, they thought he was actually smart because he was. That's how you testify. When you pick that life and you get pinched and you get jammed up, that's what you do. And that is it. That is it. What's up, Mo? Mo, you missed a little bit of that. Damn, I wish you would have heard that. I wish you would have heard that, cuz I plead fifth now, and I don't know what that means. LOL. So my point is this. They call you to testify, and that is how you answer. If you are involved in a criminal organization and that is the life that you picked, same answer, sir. Same answer, sir. Same answer, sir. You can't tell Mr. Scarfo to go scratch. No, you really can't, Ralphie. I don't think you can. I don't think you can. Mr. Scarfo to go scratch. But Mr. Scarfo got convicted. His nephew testified against him, and he got life in prison, and that is where he ended up. I'm going to bring the vibe back a little bit. I don't need to hear it. Shut the fuck up. Hello, Mo. No, he was telling his truth. He didn't know. We're gonna go with one song, all right? I gotta go with one song. I really want to see how she does some of these other songs, all right? Give me a minute. Don't break on my balls if you don't like the content. Ciao for now. There's the door. Don't let it hit you in the ass. We're just having a little chat. I'm having a glass of wine. I figured I'd go live. If you don't like it, I say you don't like it. That's no problem. Right? Smash the like button if you do, right, TT? There you go. Okay, I need to find another song by this girl. We did My Boyfriend's Back this morning, right? When did we do My Boyfriend's Back? I don't know. I don't care. I didn't see nothing. You better believe it, Mosey Mo. All right. We did Afternoon Delight. We did Go Your Own Way because I didn't give a fuck that nobody liked it. And what else does she do? Oh my gosh, she has 100 songs. She has so many songs. It's crazy. She really does, this girl. She is awesome. You want me to leave, Tommy? Octavian? No, I want you here. I was at the Taylor Swift concert in Los Angeles Tuesday. How was it, Mo? Was it good? All right, I'm gonna play another song and then probably drop the link. If I knew how to I don't know. If I knew how to share the screen, I would be doing it. Let's see what she's got. Let's see what she has got. Sarah Collins. I'm obsessed with her. I really am. She's incredible. Another disco. Is Linger an upbeat song? Is Linger a you know? She does rock right back where we started from. Think we're alone now. Wind beneath my wings. Under the Boardwalk, Sarah Collins, demo. She did a demo. Interesting. She does Ragdoll beautiful. I played that for you guys this morning. I mean, she's got some voice. Sarah Collins. Is it an upbeat song? Let's see if we can search for disco, Sarah Collins. Sarah Collins, disco. She does do a couple of disco songs, and I absolutely love disco. So disco songs need to come back because it was probably one of the greatest musics ever. I enjoyed her. Oh, she does Disco Inferno. She does I Love the Nightlife. I Will Survive, which I can't stand. Is Linger an upbeat song? She does On the Radio, Rock Your Baby, Candida, My Boyfriend's Back. Let's check this one out right here. Let's see how she does this right here. Let's see how she does Disco Inferno. Let's check her out. Let's see how she does with Disco Inferno. Let's get through the commercials. And we'll try it.
Hey guys, happy weekend. Here's a disco tune. Hope you enjoy it.
Here's the disco tune. Woman in Love is one of my favorite songs ever. Woman in Love is a beautiful song, Octavia. Woman in Love is a beautiful, beautiful song. Disco, yeah. I can't show the screen. I don't know how to do this stuff, guys. If I knew how to show the screen, I would. After this, I'm probably going to drop a link, see what's going on, if anybody wants to chat for a bit. I really want to talk to Danny Stories, but he doesn't come around that night. I really want to talk to Danny Stories, but Danny doesn't come around that night. Jesus, Tommy, my ankle kids could work out with this crap.
Keep on getting loose, y'all. Getting down on the road.
Yes, Ralphie.
Folks are screaming.
It's going Inferno.
Out of control. It was so entertaining. When the boogie started.
She's good.
Out, somebody say,
You know, it was the Tramps original, and she does her little. It's a spent song. It's played out. You can only play what she does. Things do. This is a good one too. Limoncello? I don't drink limoncello. I used to dance to this all the time. At the Limelight. Oh, I never liked the Limelight. That's interesting. You like the Limelight, huh? I never liked it. This girl does this in her living room or kitchen. She's in her kitchen basically doing this music. Can you imagine? Hello, Buffalo. Hope that you are well. Thank you for stopping by. Do appreciate you. So she does it in her kitchen. Can you imagine this girl? Nice to see you, Buffalo Billy. Thank you for stopping by. We're just having a hangout, a little wind down before I go out. If I go out tonight. Thursday night shenanigans in the neighborhood. Should I show out the online? Oh my God. I'm going to do one more song. The link is there if anybody wants to stop by and say hello. I really don't have much going on. I had a friend that fell off her platform. She was doing the hustle. Ooh, that's a rough one. Yeah, I think so, Buffalo. I might go out tonight. I don't know. I got to see what kind of mood I'm in. I'll probably go out. I think I'm going to go out tonight, yes. I'm feeling pretty good. Mom's healthy, feeling okay. My kids are in check. You know, everything seems to be. It's been a long time since everything has aligned and been okay. You know what I'm saying? It's been a while. I've not had calm, peace, no drama in a long, long time. Okay, what I want to do. I got to do this one more song. I have to do it. I got to. Know who my family are. I hope you know who your family are.
Hey Dad, here's a clip of a song by the Shirelles, and I hope you love it. So here it goes.
Let's check it out. Thursday night on the Avenue. Yeah, I should do a live outside, actually. I should do a live outside on the stoop. Tonight, a lot of shenanigans going on.
Completely
Tommy, give you my words, just
You
you
give
two
your
words.
love
Stay.
so sweetly tonight.
So, tonight-
oh, love is in your eyes.
Tonight, the light of love is in your eyes, but
And will you love me tomorrow?
chances are no, honey. I'm sorry. This is a, you know.
Is this lasting treasure?
Nah, I'm good, Buffalo. I got it all down pat,
Or
cuz.
just a moment's pleasure? Can I believe the magic of your side? Will you still love me
ALV, my ice melted.
tomorrow?
Thank you for stopping by, pal. I want to talk to you.
Tonight will wax unspoken.
Weingeld has entered
You
the
said
building.
that I'm the only one.
It's a good song, but will you love me tomorrow? The chances are absolutely not. Because if we're hooking up tonight, you know, unless you are, you know, unless you got some special skills, there's a good chance. You know, Gabish, read between the lines. I don't know. Wow, well, we can't. That's the traffic. The link is there if anybody wants to stop by, say hi. I'm really not. If Vinny Bracco was there, where's Vinny? Let me see if Vinny's around. I want Vinny to jump in. Hold on a minute. Vinny's one of my original guys.
So tell me now, and I won't ask again. Will you still
And I'm going to give him an opportunity.
tomorrow? Will you still
Traffic is back to, yeah, traffic is pretty bad. Tommy, I love him and leave him tight. No, not necessarily, but listen, you hook up with a broad at the club tonight, you know, there's a good chance that it's a, you know what it is. Come on, you know what it is. Let me remove this banner. I don't like these banners up, Ant. I know you tell me to keep these banners, but I don't like them. How do I remove the banners? Remove this shit. Hide that. Hide that. I don't like the banners. Although I do like that color. But let me change that color real quick while we are live. I can do it. My favorite color right there is red. Back to the comments. Here we go. That's much better. I don't want my banner up. I don't like to do that. Maybe back in the day. Johnny, Billy, no, he isn't. No, I'm not. Billy, I respect the woman. The woman respects the man. It's a different world today. We're 50-something years old. I'm 50-something years old. Hello, Mo has entered the building. I'm a lover, not a fighter, Buffalo Billy. You better believe it. Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. I'm letting Mo. Where'd you go? Mo was here and then he left. Where did you go, Mosey Mo? I am a lover, not a fighter. I don't fight. Do I look like a fighter? Do I look like I can fight? I can't fight. I'm not a fighter. Thing do. Mo, what's going on, cuz? Where is Mo? Let me see. Mo, are you there?
I'm in. What's up, bud?
I have no idea what happened to my screen here. What is this?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfect. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
And I can hear you. What are you doing? Laying out? Me. What is that?
Well, now I can hear you.
You can't hear me? That's you. It's not me.
What the fuck just happened?
Gianni, yes, I can handle myself. Okay, not a problem. Can you guys see the background? Tell me what you guys see on the screen right now, because I have no idea. What is that?
Well, now I can hear you.
You can't hear me? That's you. It's not me. You got the YouTube on and the StreamYard, cuz.
I'm lagging over here.
You're lagging? Hold on.
Let me shut this.
But Titi, can you see us? I got Ralphie in the background too.
Can you hear me at all?
Perfect.
I can't hear you now. What the fuck?
It's you. It's you. I can hear you.
I can't hear you. Fuck. Let me see if this will work.
Ralphie, hold on. I got Ralphie in the background. Now we got 3 people on there. Ralphie, the Wise Up Show. What's up, my man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Is this the Tommy Sticks disco hour or what?
Yeah, why not? Fuck it. Let's play a little disco. It's
Yeah, I
Thursday.
can't hear you, man.
The music sounds good. The
You
music
gotta see
sounds
the
good.
broads already out here, Ralphie. Oh, Maron, not me.
Hey, listen.
You
Every
having these
time
crazy?
every time I watch your show, the format changes.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. You know me. I don't give a shit.
Hey, listen, man, you're gonna be pushed. I'm telling you, you're gonna be hitting 1,000. Don't tell me that you're not gonna be. I know you don't look. You don't care about that. But when you hit 1,000, we got to celebrate. You come on my show. We'll talk about it because I know you're gonna hit 1,000. I know
All
you
right.
are. Huh?
I seriously think that YouTube is pushing it out, Ralph. I don't know what's going on.
What do you mean pushing it out? What do you mean pushing it out?
Well, YouTube pushes out your content when they see a favorable following. So they see a topic within your YouTube channel and they send it out to like-minded individuals. So let's just say you're talking about baseball. I'm just using a fake thing. If you're talking about baseball every day, all day, they're going to send it out. They're going to put it as a, what's it called? A recommendation. I'm sorry. It's a recommendation. Let's say we talk about the mafia every day, right? You're going to get recommendations on your channel that are linked, that are mafia oriented. That's how YouTube works.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So I guess I'm talking about a few different things here and there, and they are pushing it out to a certain genre, I guess you can say. I don't know.
You don't have a genre though. But
I know. I have no idea.
You have no genre. You have your format changes
Every
from
day.
every day. Every day is a surprise with your show because we never know what you're going to be doing because it's always TBD.
So then maybe they're pumping it out to people that like variety, possibly. I don't know what they're pumping.
Yeah, I mean, I would put it under the category of variety because you don't have a particular genre.
Exactly. So
you know what I'm saying?
There may be a segment of the population within the YouTube that likes variety, right? And then they pump it out to them. When those people open up their YouTube, they get a recommendation. That's how it all works.
I think you may be right.
I'm learning.
Yeah, you're supposed to tag a bunch of different topics so that it shoots it out to those people that like those different topics.
Is that Mo?
Yeah, it's Mo.
How come I don't see him? I hear him.
I see him and hear him. I don't know.
You see him? I don't see him.
Hi, Mo. And hear you.
Hey, Mo, listen.
What's up, bud?
What? Listen, I want to tell you something.
Sure.
I really had Mickey Mantle and Roger Maris's rookie card.
Beautiful.
I really did. But who knew back then? I put them on my bike to make it sound like a motorcycle. That's what we did back then.
We all did that. Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? But who knew?
Right.
Who the hell knew? I mean, what could I say? It's done and over with, and that was like 50 years ago. And who the hell knew?
What'd you do with them?
I have a 1961 Roger Maris jersey.
I put them, Tommy. What I did was back then in the day, when we drove our bikes, we would put the baseball cards on the frame of the bike with a clothespin that opens and closes, and the baseball card would flap against the spokes and make it sound like a motorcycle.
Absolutely, of course.
So, but who the hell knew, right? Who
knew, right? I'm sure I had many. They're probably somewhere in a bin. I don't know. I got to go through my aunts and uncles have so many things that they were telling us at my mother's birthday party. They have bins of stuff. So I'm going to take a ride to my aunts and uncle's house and go through all their stuff. They have pictures and shit, Ralph. I told you that I need you to digitalize or whatever.
Hey, you want to do a B&E?
Oh my God, it's crazy.
You want to do a B&E on the house? We'll do a B&E on the house.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm only kidding. All right, listen, Mo, it was good seeing you, Mo.
You
but
too,
I got to get back to work. Hello to everybody in the chat. Octavia, TT. Everybody in the chat, hello. Don't forget the Wise Up Show, Sunday night, 8 p.m. I got to
Absolutely.
plug my show.
Yes, of course. Do it. Do
All
it,
right,
do it.
guys. Stay well.
All right, buddy.
Tommy, I'll talk to you later, buddy.
All right, later.
Ciao, buddy.
Okay, Mo,
That
I'm gonna
boy's big.
bring ALV in. Hold on, my man. What's going on, cuz?
ALV.
Hey guys,
ALV, 35 years, pal. 35 years. We got our reunion in November.
yeah, I know.
What
How
do you
you guys
mean?
doing?
Like you're not going?
Which
I don't even
which
know
one
who-
of us is taking me as a date?
Wait, that sounds like you might not be going. What's
No, I mean, I don't know. I haven't even thought about it. I don't know.
it's in November. We're doing
Mo
it.
has to wait though because Dawson is usually my date for the reunion. So Dawson
Yeah,
books
but-
my flight, so.
It's funny, you guys see each other so much. It's not as big of a deal, you know what I mean?
Well, we keep our group keeps it together. We had a 50 when we all turned 50. We had a party just for that. The whole class, Mo.
Right. Yep.
I love your crew, you know that.
Yeah, we got a good
I
group.
love your crew.
We got a good group.
Oh yeah.
So what's going on, Ant? Football?
Yeah, football. I've been going to the city all week, so I've been in Newark all week. So it's been rough. It's been a rough week. But yeah, other than that, just football tomorrow. We'll see what happens.
How you
I went
feeling?
to the Cardinals and Rams with one of my buddies from California, from college back at Montclair. And we went to see the Cardinals and Rams Sunday. I drove them home to San Diego Monday. Monday night in LA, I went to that concert Tuesday, drove home yesterday, and tomorrow I go down to Tucson for another concert.
Wow.
Jack White.
You're living that life some consider a myth.
Oh, I'm trying to be a kid again. Trying to be a
That's
kid again.
That's good. Enjoy and do it. If you can do it, do it. Why
Yeah.
not? That's great.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Why not? Do it. That's what retirement is. You're retired, cuz. Forget about me. I don't know when I'll retire. When I'm 94, I don't know.
I just sold a house, closed yesterday, so that was nice.
So you're getting
I
people
can
from
be-
Belleville down there, Mo?
A little bit. Jackie Calandra's kid will be here soon.
Nice, nice.
Unfortunately, I was helping him buy a house, but now the rates went crazy and stuff. So
Yeah.
they're gonna rent for a while, and hopefully next year we'll be at it again.
Everything changed.
Nice.
Everything changed.
Yeah.
what do you think?
people-
Do you think? What do you think, Mo? You think Judge is going to get 62?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Can't watch it
I
tonight.
think after this one he'll hit a couple.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That might be the monkey off the back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Plus, nobody's pitching to him. You know what I
I
mean?
know it's bad. It's bad. They're pitching around him. It's bad. You can see it. It's bad.
You know,
Right.
and all the intentional walks. So at one point, he had I don't know, 56 plate appearances and 22 walks.
Yeah.
Thindu, what? You're a fan of what team, Thindu? You're a Yankees fan? Or who? Thindu's
Well, he's definitely a Yankees fan. Thindu's definitely a Yankees fan.
100% Thindu?
Yeah, he talks about them all the time.
Yeah. Sometimes, you never know. People have,
We could do a little Yankee talk one day.
Anthony Morata.
By the way, for the record, there's no way I believe Ralph had a Mickey Mantle rookie. That's a 1951. There's no way he had one. How would he have a Mickey Mantle rookie?
Oh my God. You're crazy. You trying to make drama on my show, you nut.
I always have to bust Ralph's balls. I have to.
Put it in his spokes. He put it in his spokes in
In the spokes of the
Didn't we
bicycle.
all do that? Didn't we all do that?
Yeah, we all did that. Sure. We didn't do it with a 51 mantle, though. That's worth $100,000.
Give me a homeless Wagner card to stick in my spoke.
What are you eating? French fries?
I'm eating French fries. Yeah.
McDonald's?
No, I made them. Made them in the air fryer.
What the fuck's an air fryer? How do you use that thing?
You got to get an air fryer.
I need an air fryer?
It's great. You cook. This stuff is great. You put it in there. You put it on. It's done. It's done in 20 minutes. It's great.
How do you fry with air? There's no oil?
No oil. Nope.
Fry with air?
Yeah.
You're frying
Hot
with
air. Hot air.
It's like
Knock
flying
a
without
couple
wings.
pounds off
It's
your
like
head.
flying without wings. How are you going to fly without wings? What are you talking about? You're breaking my balls. How do you fly without oil?
I'm telling you, it works. I don't know how it works.
Make coffee without a coffee pot. How are you going to do it?
Sanka.
So cool it off down there, guys.
Huh?
You look like you're in your fall attire, and
Yeah,
Not
it's
me,
cool.
I'm always-
It's cool here. It's about 7 degrees where I am. It's about 7 or 8 degrees cooler than where Stiggs is.
It's
It's
incredible.
like constant. Yeah.
it's still pretty warm here right now.
You're in the sun. You're sunbathing. I can't imagine.
Nah, I'm under my patio, but I'm out in the yard.
It's beautiful out right now. I may go have a cigar after this. Nice. On the
Yeah, it's
stoop.
nice weather.
Yeah, I might go have a cigar on the stoop. Sometimes on Thursdays I go live out on the stoop because you got all the shenanigans in the neighborhood. All the broads walking around with their heels on, their fuck me pumps. You know what I mean? So get all the crazy. The Thursday night crew. You see the same broads and guys Thursday night. You see them on Saturday night with their husband or their same people. Fucking nuts.
Hey, I haven't seen you in a while, right? Since Thursday.
Yeah, right? I see all of this. I see so much. Oh my God, it's fucking nuts. People are getting that feeling now. It was a horrible summer because it was heat waves. We're not used to that.
We're not used to that at all. We're not used to that. That was terrible.
It was hot in LA too. It was hot. Everybody was out in the water.
You might get 2 or 3 and but when you get 90, 95, 90, you're used to that, Mo. Now it's your body's
Oh, 90 here is nice. It's beautiful.
Exactly. For us over here, it's crazy.
fucking humid and hot. Yeah, it's gross. Here it's
Well,
nice.
we get the 90 plus the humidity, though, right? You don't get the humidity.
That's the thing. Without the humidity, 90 is a beautiful golf day. You can't get a nicer day.
90?
It's not the same 90, dude.
I'm good with 70. At the most. 70. I got my air on in my room. I'll have my air on tonight. I keep my air on.
70's December.
You guys are nuts.
You can't just open. You can open your windows, though, Stiggs. It's cool enough now. You don't need the air.
Open right now, but for sleeping, I got my air on in the room with the door shut. But I got my windows open. I can see everything outside on the avenue right now.
Johnny's burning up eats, huh? I like him burnt, Johnny. That's all right.
I gotta make another pizza. First one came out burnt. My kids look at it and says, "Pop, burnt food gives people." Oh my God! Oh my God! This chat is crazy. I got a good crew, man. I don't know. It's growing out of nowhere, and I don't know where the people are coming from, but I'm enjoying it. I'm appreciating it. But they keep sending me. They're like 840, 850. I started with 751 was I wanted to get the Belleville numbers, the phone numbers. 450-751-759. And now
Now we need 973.
Yeah. I'm at 890 something. I don't know. Out of nowhere. I don't know. Like I think you said, Bo, I think they pump it out to people. I think that's what they do.
Yeah, the truth is once you hit that 100, we need to start really talking behind the scenes about the algorithms and about the the numbers page and stuff. That's something that you say you don't really know about, but you need to when it comes to that, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because there's a couple little tricks that can really, really just give you a giant boost, And so we'll look into that, in a week or two when it comes time.
You don't even use hashtags, right? Stiggs, you don't use hashtags.
I just use Tommy Stiggs. I don't even know I don't know what the hell that shit is.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So once you learn how to do that, exponentially things will get better. Because what happens once you get into that mode where you're big enough, YouTube will start pushing you out to people. So like just like your news feed on Facebook, how once in a while you see somebody you haven't seen for a while, what starts to happen is they'll start pushing it out to people who think might like your content. So that's why the variety theme is okay. But when you start labeling your videos and things to create higher viewership, you're going to need to put certain specific hashtags and things in there so the algorithm will shoot it to those people.
Interesting.
We'll talk more about it.
Interesting. I do none of that.
And I'm sure Tom will help too.
This has to be as organic as you get because I know none of that.
Yeah, but once you get to where you got to get, you need to do it the right way so that you can monetize. You know what I mean? Why waste? Why, whether you're shooting to get there or not, it's one thing. Once there, you got to do it.
Got to do it. Got to step up, right?
Yes, I played some football.
Baseball more than anything.
Baseball was my big game. I played football just to play.
So listen, my next guest that's going to come on in a little while, hopefully he jumps in, Vinny Bracco. He's from Brooklyn, and I'm hooking up. You guys know I'm doing that thing with Joey Merlino. Mo, you know about that?
Vinny's another one like us.
You know about that thing about Joey Merlino that I'm doing?
What's
the status with that? What's the status?
He's setting up the website, taking forever. He's working with a outfit in California, setting up a website. Never imagined that it takes this long. I guess there's a lot involved. I'm not sure.
Well, he's doing just doing a legal gambling site, right?
Legal sports consulting.
Well, there's a lot
he's doing like the movie, like the Al Pacino movie with what was that called?
It's going to be totally legit.
Yeah,
right.
There's nothing, us.
Hey, he's just cutting out Costa Rica.
Huh?
He's just cutting out my uncle's joint in Costa Rica.
It's going to be totally legit. Huh?
It's the same shit. They're just cutting out the illegal people.
No. I think he's going to be sports consulting. He's not going to be handling gambling. He's going to be consulting. So he's going to have a staff that consults on gambling. Same shit, but it's going to be totally, us guys, we're not starstruck over these types of guys. We know these guys, so we're not.
He's just going to give like picks, right? He's going to do picks, and people.
So here's what's going on. He's starting a website. Picks. But the guy Vinny that hopefully jumps in later, he's really, really good at analyzing sports. He's good. His stats are good. His history is incredible. He had a pinch for bookmaking years ago in New York, and he has this ability, and his ratio is incredible. So I'm going to try and make the introduction with Joey and maybe get him on staff with him.
Great.
So I'll see if I can.
Vinny's a nice guy.
Was he a handicapper, Tommy? Was he a handicapper?
He was a bookmaker. And he's good at it.
Yeah.
And he's just very good at it. He was not a handicapper. He had a social club in Brooklyn, and he was a knock-around guy, so to speak.
Yeah, but he's no dummy, He's no dummy.
Oh no,
and
he's very intelligent.
He puts two and two together from the illegal side to this. You watch enough of those games, you get good.
He's so intelligent with the sports. It's something. So hopefully
he's very nice.
He texted me he's going to jump on, so hopefully he does. I haven't seen him in a while. We spoke today on the phone physically, and I'm going to try and make this connection. I made the connection with Joey. It was hysterical, guys. I reached out to Joey, and we were chatting back and forth. I reached out to little Joey. He reached out to little Joey to see if we're both who we are. Little Joey was coming home from visiting Johnny with Pop. They were all together at the same time. He confirmed it. Boom, 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 comes together, and now we got a comfortable, nice situation going on. You see how it works? Because unless somebody vouches,
that's how it works. That's how things happen, right? That's how they happen.
So crazy. So crazy. Yo, Tommy, you get Joey, and I'll get Uncle Joe. I don't know what he has. Stop trying. I don't know what's going on here. I'm just reading the chat a little bit. I try to stay up on the chat a little bit as much
Joey
as
Eighth. No, it's not. We're not talking about Joey Eighth. Somebody said something about Joey Eighth.
No, childhood friends. No.
Yeah, yeah. Some know. Some on here know. Some don't.
Yeah.
So I'd love to talk to Vinny for a couple of minutes. I did speak to him about it today, and Should
Yeah, I
we?
used to watch Vinny with Tom. He's
Yeah.
he's definitely our people.
Well, the ones that got out of the drama seem to be doing pretty good, to be honest with you, Mo.
Look, dude, that shit gives me a headache,
Yeah, it's
That's
too
what I
much.
think is
Too
happening.
much.
I unsub to anybody that has drama in the genre. And my YouTube is incredible. It's actually growing. I don't know. They
Yeah.
may, you know what, Mo? They may even actually look at what you like before they pump your content out.
What's that?
YouTube may even go that far to see what you follow before they start recommending you.
Well, they might link to stuff that you're linked to. That's just an automatic. The machine does all this. That's why it's not like there's somebody in there making sense of it. So that's why once it's time, we'll get there. You have to match certain words, certain buzzwords, as many different words as possible. And then it's only a machine that's reading words and then funneling you out along those avenues.
But I think that machine looks at the total picture. There must be a lot of things in that machine.
It looks at the individual parts that make up the picture.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not going to put two and two together. It's going to be literal. Like in other words,
right.
It's
AI. It's artificial intelligence. It's not like it doesn't think like a human being, but it
that's
does
why when you get banned on Facebook and stuff, it's not a person that decided it was wrong. Somebody saw you type the word stab and they fucking just throw you out for 3 days. Yeah. They don't want nobody stabbing nobody. Even though it's only a joke and it's your best friend, they don't look at the big picture. They look at the actual detailed word. It's only a machine.
Yep. All right. I'm banging out, guys. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to refill my wine, come back, and hopefully Vinny Bracco could join us in. He changed his name to What Are the Odds? The Brooklyn guy right there. Look. Where is it? Where is it, Vin?
Where are you, Vin?
Where is it? He changed his name. What Are the Odds? Brooklyn guy. Vin, I'm going to drop the link in a couple of minutes. I'm going to go get another glass of wine and we'll chat a little bit. All right, Vin?
All right, guys. I'll be watching. See you later.
All right, guys. Good night.
Talk to you guys in a little bit. All right, Vin. Give me a minute. I'm going to go refill my wine, pal. All right, Mo. I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Peace, brother.
Give me a minute. I'm going to put a song on. I'm going to go refill. And Vin, I'm going to drop the link again. All right, pal? I'm going to go with a little Candida while we're waiting. This girl is incredible, Vin. I got to tell you her story. Vin, when you get on, I'm going to tell you her story. She's incredible. Let me go refill.
The stars won't come out if they know that you're alive, 'cause they couldn't match the glow of your eyes. And oh, who am I? Just an ordinary guy, trying hard to win the first prize. Oh, Candida, we could make it together. The farther from here, girl, the better. Where the air is fresh and clean. Candida, just take my hand and I'll lead you. I promise life will be sweeter, and it said so in mine. The future is bright. The gypsy told me so last night.
That's a great song she does.
So our children play.
Really good song. She does a great job.
And baby, was you and I in a house, baby, no lie. All these things we hold, they were mine. Oh, my Candida.
Vincenzo, the link is there, my man. I got a fresh glass of wine, listening to a little Sarah Collins. She's incredible. She really, really does have a talent.
Just take my hand and I'll lead you. I promise life will be sweeter.
Vinny, if you want to jump in, have a little chat, up to you, my man. I'm going to open up a bottle. Give me 5 minutes. That a boy, Vinny. Very nice. This is a nice little chat tonight, guys. This is what we do here. We don't pump numbers. We don't obsess over views. We don't obsess over this, that, the other thing. We just shoot the shit a bit. This is what we do. Vinny was one of my first, how do you say it on the YouTubes? Vinny's good in everything, man. Vinny, I don't know, man. Vinny is so well-rounded. I don't know how he fits it all in. I gotta be honest with you. He just has a little bit of everything. Hey, Ralph, those cuts did look amazing. Now, if I wasn't a half-ass vegetarian, Ralph, those cuts did look amazing.
Hey!
Now, if I wasn't a half-ass vegetarian,
Hey!
you got me on the YouTube at the same time. What happened, cuz? I shut the music. You went out. There we go. What happened, pal? You there? Vin, you there? Definitely you, pal. What's going on? Shuffling around over there? Ah, great. Buffalo Billy. That's very nice. Very nice. Vin, you there, pal? I don't know what happened to Vinny. I'm going to take you out. Try again, unless you're there.
You hear me?
I can hear you. I can't see you.
I just turned on the camera. Hold on for a second.
You're a pro at this. What's going on in this department?
Well, not really. Let's see. HP. What? I'm on the. That should be my camera. Let's see.
There you go.
Okay. There I am. How are you?
As long as the YouTube is off, you're good, right?
Yeah, I'm good now. It was my fault. How you doing?
Salute, pal.
Salute. I didn't open up my bottle. I didn't have the bottle open yet. How would I got Poland Spring? That's good enough. So what's going on?
Not nice to see you on. I don't know if you've ever been on. We never chatted on my show. Maybe once.
I was on once. I think I was on once. I don't think we really talked about much, but I said hello. So hey,
so you're one of my first. We started this around the same time. I think
I started July of I guess 21.
TT, how long am I over here? I don't know. TT's my underboss. She's the underboss of this channel. Of mine.
You're over here now. Oh, you're over here now. Okay.
Oh my God, this is great.
Let me put my air conditioner on right there.
Go ahead, buddy. She says he was on. I don't know. How long am I on this thing, TT? I have no idea. 9 months. Wow.
Oh, okay. I'm on since July of. It feels like dog years. It feels like 1,000 years I'm on. But
so apparently 9 months is probably the first time I came on with you guys. You, Vinny, you, Tom, and Jason and Joe. I guess it was 9 months ago. Was my first, introduction to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody went their own way. We branched off, and here we are.
Octavia said I block her all the time. I didn't block you, Octavia. I can't find you on my block list. I wouldn't block you. I don't understand. I probably had a rogue wrench in there that kept on blocking you, but I'll check again. But I don't see your name in there. And someone said, Vinny Bracco lives around the corner, the karate guy, right? Don't know what that means, but.
Maybe the neighborhood. Tommy Karate from that neighborhood?
Tommy was not far from where I was. He was 20th down, like in the 70s. I was 20th Avenue in Cropsey.
Yeah.
I love you too, Octavia.
Cropsey, huh? Cropsey is, but Cropsey is borders Brighton, doesn't it?
It's what?
What is Cropsey? Is that a splitting? Is that a splitting street between?
Cropsey Avenue runs down. It runs down. It's Bath Beach, really. Cropsey Avenue.
Bay Ridge also, or no?
You could take Cropsey Avenue all the way down, and it cuts off near the VA hospital, and then you're going into Bay Ridge, like Fort Hamilton, into Bay Ridge.
I used to frequent a place out there, Ponte Vecchio on 4th, I believe it is.
Bay Ridge.
Ponte Vecchio in Bay Ridge.
Restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
joint. That was a good place. That was a good place. Yeah, there's a lot of good places over there.
They got the spaghetti in the foil.
Oh, really?
Oh my God, it's sick.
I didn't know that.
I don't
Really?
even like to go out to eat very much, man. I got to be honest with you, but they got this thing. They put this spaghetti in the foil. It's fucking bananas. It's nuts.
And what is it like? Hard? Does it become hardened?
No, it's just I don't know even what is in there. Garlic and oil, maybe a couple of. It's very simple, but it's delicious. Maybe pinon nuts. I don't even know what they put in there. Wow, oh my God. So when you walk when you walk into Ponte Vecchio, you have on the right the bar.
Okay, I'm trying to. It's been a million years.
Yeah, they got the bar on the right. They got some the tall tables. What are they called? The tall tables. You know two people at a table, like
the high stool
the high
table.
top,
Yeah.
high top table. Yeah, they got the high tops there while you're waiting for your seat. Your reservation or whatever, and it's totally separated. Nice place. I think it's still going strong. I used to go out there quite a bit.
What was your? Now you've been to Philly, right?
Not much. No, not much.
You haven't, because I'm sure your friend Joe would know. Joey, what the hell was the restaurant? Panorama.
I don't know.
That's a restaurant set on Front Street. I think it's North Front Street.
I know Front Street, but I don't know all the rest of it.
Big restaurant over there.
Of course,
I used to go there all the time. That in the '90s, that was a good restaurant. A lot of the friends hung out over there. What's your favorite Italian restaurant that you've been to? Would you say?
I may have to go with Ponte Vecchio. I got to be honest with you.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's really well. There's a couple in Jersey. El Capriccio is one of them. This guy grows all his own stuff. He has his own farm, and
wow.
So Il Capriccio, I'm talking about high end now. Il Capriccio.
Yeah.
And really, Ponte Vecchio was one of my favorite places. It's crazy.
Really?
Yes.
I've been to a lot.
I don't like to go out to eat very much. I'm more of a home person.
Are you?
The women that I keep company with, they all cooked or cook. You know what I mean?
You notice that the plural, they're women that he keeps company with. You notice that? And he talks about me being a well-rounded guy. you see, you let it go. I hope they're not watching right now. He's joking. We had this conversation before. It's only
yeah. This is a predetermined show right here, right?
Yeah.
We have a script. So what else, man?
I like. I used to go with my uncle. I still do. Oh, I haven't in a while. Caroline's in Coney Island was as good as Gargiulo's, but Gargiulo's had the name. My friend owns the Parkside here in Corona. I go there. I have a friend that owns a place, Barossa's, which is really good. I love Italian. Now, here's a question for you. Do you always order a bottle of red when you go to an Italian restaurant?
I changed to white, but yeah, I always order. I changed to white now. It's crazy. I don't know why. I love Pinot Grigio. Yeah.
Really? You like Amarone? Have you drank red Amarone?
No.
Amarone's good.
Yeah.
Amarone's good. I'm a white guy too. I like white. I like red, but I like white. I remember they always said, "Oh, well, white goes with the fish and red goes with the steak." I didn't give a damn. I drank what I felt like drinking.
Yeah. It's all totally up to you, right?
Yeah, but I like the white. I like white.
So let's talk about what we were talking about today.
Absolutely.
Very exciting situation. I mean,
yeah, it is.
You have this. I lose it a little bit because I don't have the ability or the knowledge or the experience that you have in the trenches of sports, the deep parts of it, the nuts and bolts.
Okay.
When I was involved in that stuff, I was basically handling it as a business, right? And I really didn't know who the quarterback was, who the pitcher was, who the batter was. I knew nothing about stats. I knew all about -7, the Giants. We got 100,000 on that. We got to move it to 7.5 on that line. All about business. So when I made contact with Joey, he kind of wants to launch it through my YouTube channel. Evidently, people are watching, and they're watching for channels that they feel that whatever they're getting into would be the perfect angle for them to get it out, right? They don't want to be in any type of thing, genre, drama, but people about this other thing, right? So So that's my aspect of it. So when he's ready, we're going to launch it. He's doing a podcast, an actual podcast,
Right.
and he's doing a sports consulting. Now, what I want to do with you is being that you are knowledgeable and this, that, the other thing. I want to make the introduction, and maybe you can get in there on that aspect, and maybe a good opportunity for both of you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So where does your knowledge come from? Where does your ability come from? Your ratios are good. Your picks are on point. Not 100% because who's going to be 100%. But your ratio is good. Your insight and research all makes sense. Do you study it? Does it come natural? What is it?
Well, I will tell you that I think a good handicapper had to be a graceful loser. I think you don't win or lose, you win or learn. I think you've learned that in your life. And I really do believe that the only trial and error is by error. And as a gambler, when I was a kid, I'd be down $200, which was a lot in 1980 for someone who had no money and made no money. And, so I'm betting $300 on Sunday night. I'm chasing. And you realize that the only thing you're going to chase is yourself out of the neighborhood because you're going to have to run away, or you're going to be running and being chased. So the best thing to do is learn, at least if I'm throwing my money away, ripping it up, at least find out which way the wind's blowing so it doesn't blow back in my face. So at least I don't get hit with it twice. And I hooked up in the 90s with a guy that was moving games for MIT, the Kosher Connection. Billy Walters, one of the most renowned gamblers. If you want to read about him, Joey would know of him. He is feared in Las Vegas. And I had the pleasure to meet him, and I was moving games with the Kosher Connection. They did a movie, Kevin Spacey did it, but that was on the blackjack end. But a couple of those people I knew, they were all from MIT, and they came up with an algorithm. And you would like this because you're a numbers guy, Tommy. What they would do is, these are guys that had an algorithm set up where they would put a statistical value on each player. So if we look at the Met lineup tonight, I'm just making up names back in the 90s or early 2000s. Mike Piazza was worth 32 cents. Carlos Beltran, 28 cents. They add up all the numbers for each lineup. If the Mets were supposed to be a 135 favorite and they were 155, you bet the dog. You didn't care about the Mets. You weren't a fan. You felt that you had the statistical knowledge and you had the edge. If I keep on giving you on a flip 99 cents to my dollar, Tommy, after a million rolls, I'm going to be broke and you're going to have all the money, even if you only hit 30%, because you're just getting overpaid even when you lose. Well, that's the question with that was, we might go 48%, but we are getting the better of it mathematically. And it's all based on listen, 2 + 2, Tommy, you can be a brain surgeon or you could be a guy with a 3rd grade education. 2 + 2 is always 4. It is never going to be 5. I can make the argument why it should be 5. It's always 4.
Wow.
In the long run, if I have the statistical and advantage financially, I'm going to win. Now, this is over the long term. I'm not saying this week, but I'm in this for the long term. I have a long game here. It's not to break out some bookmaker one day, take a shot, and never see him again, like a used car salesman. Yeah, I'll screw a guy over once. If I don't screw him, I'll have him and his family for decades coming here. We're looking at the bottom line for down the line, which I'm sure Joey is. He's trying to build it the right way. He's not looking at a get-rich-quick scheme because, everyone's thought about that 10 minutes ago. It's give them substance, give them what they don't have time to do. The average Joe, 9 to 5, his kids are screaming, he's walking. He doesn't have time to put 4 hours a day into proper handicapping. Where guys that have teams in Vegas, one of my guys, one of them, they have the time. They do this as a profession. It's like going to a mechanic who does it in his backyard or going to a certified guy that works for Mercedes. The guy might get it done, but there's going to be a time when the guy that is just a handyman is out of his realm. He's just not to his fault. It's not his thing. Where mathematical guys, when you're dealing with numbers, you should deal with someone with math. If I'm going to a doctor, I should, for a knee surgery, go to a guy that knows knees, not knows fingers. This is their business. Math is their business. Statistically, gambling is math. And if you have the edge, it's not saying you're going to win all the time, but I'm going to win more than you are, because
in the long
this
term.
in the long term, absolutely. And basically, you want to live to fight another day, right? That's basically what it is. If a guy's telling me tonight, last game I'm ever going to play, never betting again, all right, God bless you, take your shot. But if you know that this is your last bet tonight and you're going to prolong it, you know what? Let me give you the better chance to stay in without having to go rob your wife's checking account, bang out the credit card.
Well, here's
I'm
what I
not
do.
all the time.
It's not for the degenerate gambler.
No. And I tell people on my site, turn it. That's why I don't, with the thumbnail, I put the sports up, because I don't want to clickbait anybody. I don't want anybody to start gambling. If you've never gambled, please don't start. I'm telling you now, and I'm losing people to look at my show.
Please don't start. We're telling you not to ever start.
Don't start gambling. Believe me, in the long run, you're not going to win. But I could keep you alive a lot quicker than you would yourself. But if you're gambling already and you want informed opinions, and Joey's been around a lot of people that are in that business, I've been around a lot. And if we do this with Tommy, you're going to get, I'm not going to guarantee you anything, but I am going to guarantee you that our premise and the basis of what we're doing, the statistical information we have, you probably don't have access to, or it would take you so long to find that access, you'd be late for work and lose your job, and then you couldn't pay anybody. So let us do it for you. It'll be nominal fees, maybe not even any fee, but at least we'll all have fun with it, and we'll hang out, and it's drama free, and it's football. Everyone loves football. You'd love to be at the water cooler saying, I went 3-0 this weekend. Really? How did you do that? How did you like that team when no one liked that team? Well, that's why you have us. That's why you have us.
So let's see what happens. I mean, it can be a really good thing, you know. Listen, I got to tell you, once it all materializes, I will probably have no involvement in it, no monetary gain for me, and I'm okay with that. I do not care about that. Yeah. It's okay. As you know, I like to see other people do well, right? So I don't care about that. This guy,
but you know, if we were having monetary gain, you would be having monetary gain.
I know.
Would you take care of the people that are around you?
Of course, I understand all of that. Yes, I understand all of that. I'm kind of humbled that he would, you know, I would be his guy to, you know, to promote it. I mean, listen, we're not starstruck, Vin. You can't starstrike us, right? No way.
Can't what?
We can't be starstruck. That's not our personalities. We've been around.
I was never starstruck.
Right. We'll never be starstruck, right? So when I did introduce this in a show, it seemed like it was all, you know, hooray, hurrah, starstruck individuals, and to me and you, it's just like a regular guy that we know from the neighborhood.
Because we know people. Everything is alleged who these people are. You know, like people tell me, oh, that guy's this guy. Listen, unless I was in the meeting where someone gets their finger pricked, I don't know. I'm not betting my life on anything, because half the guys, as you know, Tommy, that walk around that you would think were made weren't. Exactly. They wanted to act like they were. It's all a farce to me. But
one of the things when we started talking, we had to make sure, you know, he's not on paper. I'm clean.
Of course, absolutely.
He's off paper right now. You know, because they go back and back and back.
Yeah, and he knows a lot of my friends. So people that I know. So, you know, people stick together, and you know, if I make money, you make money. If you make money, he makes money. But the key is that it's done the right way. No one is doing anything illegal. No. We're way past that. I think Joey's probably a year younger than me. What's he, about 59?
I think 60? So, yeah.
I think, yeah. You're what, 53?
53.
We've had our day in the sun of making stupid mistakes. Now it's to have fun with nice people that we don't want trouble. I don't want trouble. I don't want drama. I had drama when I was younger. Thank God I'm sitting here. I'm past it.
Now, evidently, his name is going to sell his brand. It's just a fact, you know.
Of course.
And that's a great thing. Now, when I did have a little chat with him, he started getting into the mob talk a little bit. Like, you know, let's go after the rats type of thing. You could see he can get carried away very, very quickly. He has that personality.
Oh, he's got a gregarious personality. Yeah, I told you, my friend knows him very well. Yeah, he knows my friend very well. He's a very gregarious. You listen when he tells a story. Yeah, he's a very funny guy. I don't understand what Octavia is saying. Excuse me, Tommy. Coney Island. She's talking to me about Coney Island. Do I support Coney Island? I have no idea.
Where?
Oh well, Caroline is the restaurants in Coney Island. Maybe
Oh, I
that's
don't
what
know.
she. But I
Vincenzo.
lose Octavia. I kind of lose what she's
Yeah.
saying. But Octavia, yeah, Coney Island. I'm all for Coney Island. I have a lot of friends in Coney Island. So
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it. He's a stand-up guy. He knows my friends. I know of his friends,
Yeah.
and I know you. And you know what?
Right.
Hopefully, we get something going. That'll be cool.
One of my big points is this. You see how we're not involved in any drama, and I do believe good things will come to those people who just do their thing, their way, their personality, the way they are. Good things eventually come their way.
Well, Tommy, I'll tell you. I think I told you who one of my family members, who I respect a great deal. He's older. Said, I want you off YouTube if you're doing that drama stuff. And I think I had to listen, and he didn't want it. He didn't want it. And I put this by him with Joey, and I'm sure Joey knows him. And he said, fine. He goes, listen, you guys are having fun in a good way. He goes, all for that. I don't want to hear you're going to someone's house to break someone's. I don't want to hear it.
No way.
He's old school. He doesn't believe you should be doing that on YouTube to begin with. And he didn't want me involved. And then I got sick last Christmas. Yeah. And he goes, you need this. You're worrying about living. You need this bullshit. That's what he said. And I thought about it, and he was right.
It's no good.
And I like drama shit, and so do you.
I never did the drama at all. I don't think I ever did it. But when my daughter said, Dad, my friends at college are watching your show. They think it's hysterical. They think it's great. They think it's funny. And then I'm like, really? You know what? I started off with a good vibe. I'm just going to keep it this way. I think it's
well, imitation's a form of flattery. When you said the coffee thing, KAAW, and I used to come on once in a while and say, I'm not stealing Tommy's thing here, but I'm having coffee. Because Al, if you remember Al used to do a YouTube show about horses. He reinvented himself a bunch of times. And he'd say, first coffee. And then he would talk about the coffee he was drinking. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah. What happened to Al?
He reached out to me. He's doing okay. He's had a lot of stuff going on. He's trying to straighten his act out. You know what? He was one of the most misunderstood guys. He was a good guy. He just, you know what? He had a lot going on. And sometimes he presented himself not in the great light. And, unfortunately, you could watch this 1,000 times. It's on video.
Well, I've learned. You got to kind of remove opinion and deliver your story. It's all about the delivery. From what I understand now, as I learn as I go along, it's all about your delivery. You can deliver any story. If you can deliver it like Regis Philbin, you're going to be successful. But if you put your opinion in there, it can get a little funky, you know?
Claudio just said, hey, Claudio, how are you, my friend? Claudio just said, I was on his show last week. Al did a horse show. I gave out a $20 winner, a $300 exact. I had a really good day that day. And what happened was Al got sick and had to leave the show. I was still on. He never closed the show. So I put my computer back on, and it still says live. He didn't realize. And so a couple of his people were still in there and said, Vin, you going to stay on? So what I did was I texted him, but he didn't text me back. And I said, all right, I'll stay on. And we were having a great time with the horses. Yeah, I like the handicap. And I didn't want to do a handicapping show on horses, honestly, because I didn't want to steal his thunder. That was his thing. I was going to do one. I said, you know what? I don't want to do that. He did that. I don't want to do that.
He still has the show?
He did it last week. I forget what it was.
I didn't get a notification. I was definitely says.
Yeah, and I had a bunch of winners. We really did well, and he's a good guy. People misunderstand him. Yeah, he did come on whacked a couple of times a while back, and he said some things he really regretted. But unfortunately, it's amazing, Tommy, how people can say things other content providers can say the most outlandish things, and people forgive them, let them go on their way. This guy said a couple of things, and it's followed him for a year. I don't think it's fair. But you know what? I wish Al the best. I wish him the best. I think he's a decent guy. He's like us. He has his guts, but his are out. You know, he made some bad decisions, but he's a good guy, good handicapper. And we had a great time on his horse show. And I'll tell you when it is. It was called The Racing Report. I believe that's what it was.
Yeah. He was real into the horse.
And I happened to have a really good day that day. I hit like a $200 exact. I gave out a $20 horse. I gave out a 40 to 1 horse to play the show, paid $18. I had a good day that, thank God that,
So wait, you're researching horses too?
excuse me?
You're researching horses as well as football
Oh,
players.
yeah, I handicap horses, but I won't do that show though because Al has it.
Yeah,
And
I don't know. Of course,
I
yeah.
don't want to do that. That's his baby. I don't want to do that. It's not right.
So
But,
you're following horses locally or globally or what?
No, we were doing. It was
You specifically.
it was park. Oh, I'll do the New York tracks. I'll do Gulfstream, Santa Anita, stuff like that. I handicap. I play horses.
Wow.
I play horses.
You got
I'm not great. I'm not great at it, but I set myself a certain amount for the day, whether it be I don't know, just a random $50, and I'll look at a couple of really nice horses I like, and I'll whack them up. And if I lose 50, I lose 50. It's a day out for me. Drop my link, Claudio. My link is
drop it, please. Yeah. Hey, that's what we do.
Do it on here.
I
I'm
don't
on
do
his
it. I don't even know how to do it, but drop Vinny's link, please, guys. Titi, are you still around?
It's What Are the Odds, Brooklyn guy. Claudio, I do. I'll say it real quickly. I have a guy, one of the guys that I moved games with for the MIT guys in the 90s. I'm still with him. And we come up with on Friday nights, I do a show giving Saturday's picks, Saturday nights for Sunday. Last year, we were 52 and 29.
Wow.
This year, like we just went, including yesterday, we're 13 and 9 for the week. But 2 were outright dogs that I told people to bet that were getting like 8 points. They won the game outright. I gave 4 out of 5 prop bets won with quarterback rushing and all that stuff. I had a good week. But listen, there are weeks I'm terrible. I admit it. But the idea is I'm never going to tell you to play something I don't play. I show on Caesars. I play what I give you. So I'm not going to give out. I don't charge people if they send. I've gotten some cash apps for people that have won good. I appreciate it. It goes half to St. Jude. I do my St. Jude thing like last year. Going to start it up October 1st. Raised $13,000 last year for St. Jude, and I had a little guy that we were going to adopt. He died at 5 years old of leukemia a while back, many years ago, and I do it for him.
My dear friend's son Justin, right now leukemia, 3 years old.
This was 1971.
I'm just saying, yeah, I know. But right now, my family's going through this right now with one of our.
Now it's different. But now they give you a pill for leukemia. How is he? Is he okay?
Seems to be doing okay. It's tough. It's tough.
Thank God.
3 years old.
Oh my God.
Justin, yeah. So
yeah, the little guy Daryl that my parents were going to. He all of a sudden was just feeling tired, and where he used to, I was 11, and he'd ask me, "Come on, can you play? Can you play? Can you play?" And then finally, I found out, and it just it destroyed me. And last year, I started doing it, and then I got diagnosed with prostate cancer, and I was doing it all through the time I wasn't feeling well.
Yep.
And I will tell you, it was rough, but
yeah.
You know what? When I look at parents that are looking at a kid smiling because they're so happy that child can smile for a second. I saw it. It was terrible. And oh my God, I would do anything for those kids.
So these are the things that make us compassionate or get in touch with reality and remove ourselves from any type of bullshit. Because why?
It's not worth it. And that was another thing. I didn't feel good, but what happened was we did the Toys for Tots thing. That's Tom's baby out in Jersey, and we really did a great job. Oh, it wasn't my son Claudio. Thank you. It was a little guy that my parents were going to. The kid the father took off. The mother had a drug problem. My parents were friendly with the grandparents. They were in their late 60s. We were going to, and they lived next door to us in an apartment building. So he was always with me. It was like I was, and what happened was he passed. And I just, last year, I always thought about him. But this time it really hit home. And so every year I'm going to do it. and starting Monday night, where I'll put the link on my channel, and you know, if you want to directly, I have Cash App and all that. I showed the receipts. I showed last year the receipts, obviously.
Yeah,
but
of course.
you have idiots, because you have idiots saying, "Hey, did he get the money?"
Over here, you don't have to prove yourself to anybody in this chat. No.
Well, what happened was last year that
I
they
know.
were breaking chops, and you know what I said? Didn't you see the picture of the BMW? You know, I would break their chops.
Forget about that. You don't forget about
Then
that.
I showed the receipts. But you know what?
You don't need to show receipts. Forget about it. You're in a different zone now, Vin. You're in a different world right now than you were.
I'm in the Tommy Stiggs world now. I'm legitimate red wine.
You're in a new world. We don't have to prove ourselves.
Joey Marino. Who else do I need?
We prove ourselves based on our, come on. They know. People know. You know, you don't.
Who is the person here? Vinny thought me the sidekick. I don't even know what is that Arabic?
I don't know.
Oh, is that? Oh, that's Buffalo Billy backwards.
I love that. That blows my mind how he does that.
Cool. That's cool. I love that, Buffalo Billy. I wish I can't even put a subscribing thing on here. I'm the worst with it.
I got a good little crew, Vin. They're all positive. I have nobody in the bathroom, nobody blocked, nothing like that. I do my coffee in the morning. I go in the morning, coffee, half hour. Sometimes I'll do a wind down like this. Sometimes I'll go out on the stoop because I got all the bars and clubs around here. You see all the broads going around, and I'll go live out on the stoop, and I'll have a cigar, and they get to see all the shenanigans going on in the neighborhood.
Is Vinny going out on the town with Tommy? No, Tommy and I will get together one night and go for a wine. I promise. You're in Jersey.
Yeah, we can meet at. Listen, we can meet at the Meadowlands track.
I'll do it now. Meadowlands track. I'll call Tom.
It is. It's only 5 minutes from me, but yeah, we'll get together.
Oh, really? Is it? I used to love to go there Friday nights when they had the flats, the thoroughbreds. On Friday nights, I used to go there. I used to love it.
Now, Joey was a. He did the flats. Joey was a jockey.
Was he?
Joey Merlino was a jockey for flats.
I didn't know that.
Yes, he was.
Oh, wow.
Yes, he was.
And you're talking about, I have an interesting life. Jesus.
He was a jockey.
He must know horses. He must know horses.
Listen, the guy is something else, bro. The guy.
Listen, I have to tell you a true story. My friend used to hang out with John Gotti. Now, I had met John, and what happened was John used to meet at his brother's bar. His brother had a bar around the corner from 101st Avenue.
Who had it? Gene?
The civilian, the brother that wasn't. I'm not sure which one it was, but they used to meet. And
Vinny. Was that Vinny?
I'm not sure, but he used to ask my friend who they called Mustache. His name was JR, and he used to ask him, give him dimes, go get the scores. I swear, now Mustache they called him. He was probably, well, I think John Senior now would be about 82. I think 81 or 82. He's probably 87. Well, this guy, they used to play cards. He had to play poker. John had to play poker. All the guys had to show up. John would be 0-9 that night with the sports, and he'd have to come back. He was scared to death to come back and say, John, 0-9. Everyone lost. He was so scared to come back because he did. Mustache, go get me the scores. And he'd go get him the scores, and he'd come back. I was told this. I wasn't there. And this is in the 80s. And he said 0-9, and John Gotti would go, mother. He'd hit the thing, never abuse anybody, just like can't win a game. That's what he did. He didn't abuse anybody. But then I heard a story that he played down. My friend owns Ferraris. He used to, Angelo, and Nick Angelari, and he used to. John in the early 80s or late 70s would play what was it? Craps in a downtown club down near Spring Street.
Oh my God.
Lose like 10,000. And he'd give the limo driver $100 bill, and he says, sorry, buddy, it's all I have left. And he saved that $100 bill for the limo driver. He wouldn't go that last 100. He wouldn't go that last 100. He goes, no, Yeah. And this guy is the real. He told me it's the real deal. He goes, he would not spend that 100, not try to take a shot. He'd say no. That's to get home.
Right, Johnny right here says Richie had the club around the corner from the Bergen.
Okay, then that was Richie. Okay, that was his place. They used to hang out at.
Listen, Vin, I got a whole variety of people in my chat.
Yeah, they're great.
All kinds of people.
Yeah, Gianni, I'll show you the picture of me there if I could find my phone. What did I do with my phone?
Yeah, Johnny went to the San Gennaro last week.
Yeah, I'll show you. I gotta find my phone. You know what? I want to get my wine. You're gonna stay on for a minute, right?
Yes, sir.
I'll be right back.
All right, buddy. Hope everybody's enjoying the show. It's just me and Vinny shooting the shit. Brooklyn guy Vinny Bracco. Yeah, I don't know if his channel is in here. If it is, please hit subscribe. Give him a little subscription. I'm trying to hook him up with a business. That thing I'm getting involved with Joey. And Vinny really knows his stuff about sports and football and all kinds of stats. I don't know how he does it all, how he retains it all. He just has this way about him, and he analyzes it. But he's an educated individual. He's not he has some street experience, but he was in the stock market. Vinny is a well-rounded individual. He knows a lot about a lot of things. Some people say a little bit about a lot of things. Vinny knows a lot about a lot of things. Went from Arthur Avenue and Michael James and over to Mulberry. Wow, that's a ride though, G. Thank you, TT. Thank you, TT. If you guys can find Vinny's channel, please drop it again if you don't mind. Subscribe to his channel. That's what we do here. We help each other out. That's how we do it. If anybody else is around, drop your link in here. None of my descriptions have hashtag. I don't know any of that shit. So Vin, what they were explaining to me before is that my show is getting recommended based on content, not on hashtags. I don't know how it all works.
Really?
I don't know how I got to the number on that with no genre. I have nothing.
Good for you. Yeah, I don't have really a genre. The sports, I guess, is. But no, I just get on like you do and just talk.
Yeah, you do your thing. It's crazy,
yeah,
right?
I enjoyed it.
Okay,
I'll be right back. I gotta find this phone. I'll be right back.
No problem. They dropped your what do you call it? Your channel.
Oh, thank you. Let me find this
Which is good. That's what we do here,
Be right there.
I'm going to refill. Vin, give me a minute. I'm going to refill. While I go refill, we're going to put a little song on. I got to tell you about this lady when I come back, Vin. Guys, stay with us. Listen, Vin, you got to.
You hear me? Where did he go? Is he around? Did he leave? Is he still around, people? Can you see me? Oh, okay. So you're still there. Good. At least one of us are here. Maybe not all there. Now I'll show you the owner. Where are you? Now,
right here, buddy. I want to get my wine. I'm right here.
Okay, good. For those of you who like The Sopranos, anybody like The Sopranos?
Sure.
Okay. Well, here is
Want the
I'll
research,
show-
yeah.
okay, this is he was across from Ferrara's Cha-Cha. He played the consigliere in The Sopranos.
Cha-Cha, yeah.
Cha-Cha. I
Cha-Cha?
was really good friends with him. He died about 4 years ago.
Yeah, Cha-Cha passed. Yes, I know about that.
Yeah, good guy. And
But he had a place, Cha-Cha's. That was his place.
Cha-Cha's. It was called
Yeah,
Cha-Cha's.
yeah.
It was right across from Ferrara's.
Yeah, I
Which was
remember.
Nick. That was the owner of Ferrara's, Nick.
Yeah.
And we used to hang out all the time there. And
How
a lot
things
of the
change.
actors would come there. Anthony LaPaglia would come down there, and I'd sit with Nick outside during the feast. And
Yeah.
all of the guys used to come down. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Gianni Cha-Cha from Mulberry. Yes, absolutely.
You know what's interesting, Nick? When I used to go in the 80s, I used to go to Cafe Napoli.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because
Sure.
I know the owner. So I used to go there for a cappuccino supreme, and Joe's guys would put like 5 different alcohols in the cappuccino supreme. So I would tell Nick, I'd say, Nick, I'll be back in a little while, and he'd know I go to Cafe Napoli, and he'd go, what are you going over there for? I said, honestly, because they make this supreme, which is amazing, and you don't make it. So he started making the cappuccino supreme with the 5 alcohol because of me, because I broke his chops about it.
That was you.
That was me.
Now you see. My friend actually lived. A dear friend of mine that I grew up with, left from Jersey, went to Mulberry Street, lived in the building atop the club, on top of John Gotti's club. Now they built a building down in the Lower East Side, by Peck Slip. What's the name of the building? Pearl Street. It's on Pearl Street.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Peck Slip. Yeah, I'm not sure which.
So a lot of the people from Mulberry Street relocated to, oh my God, something Bridge. I forget the name of the development, but they all moved down here. Fulton is the back street. Southbridge Towers, Vin.
Southbridge. Well, you know who was over there down in Little
Yeah.
Italy in the tenements there? Lefty Ruggiero was down there. That's where he lived.
Yep. And the old guy, Tony, oh my God, he was Lucchese captain. Tony used to hold court on Fulton Street behind Southbridge.
Really?
Yeah, man. Oh, man.
Tony
that's a
Spiro? Tony Croce?
No. Yes. The old man.
Yeah, Croce.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Wow. What a man.
Yeah, I'm friends. I know him really well.
What a guy.
Yeah, he's got to be in his high 80s now.
No, he's more than that now.
He's got to be high 80s. Yeah, he got pinched in 2006 with everybody. They all
Sure
got
he did.
pinched to the
As
bookmaker.
an old man, but he's got to be 90 then.
Yeah, he had a club in Staten Island. They had a disco in Staten Island.
Yes, but he had meetings on Fulton Street. I used to see it all the time.
Yeah, he
'cause
was
I used to go out there.
he was the Greenwich Village guy. Yeah, he was the guy down there from Greenwich Village.
I used to go out there quite a bit because my dear friend that I grew up with from when we were kids actually went from Jersey to Mulberry Street.
Yeah, Anthony's a nice man. He always
Really?
had that young guy Joe with him. Yeah, Anthony's a good guy. Yeah, I know him for many years.
And just seeing it then was like seeing a movie. The way it all was. You know, you're on Fulton Street, you're behind Southbridge Towers, right? You see the Freedom Tower.
Yeah, it was just.
Behind you is the East River.
Yeah, that was New York. That was pretty much New York.
Look, crazy. People don't even realize. Now that's literally 17 minutes from me right now.
Really? What do you go right through to Holland? You go through to Holland?
There in no time. Well, my friend was on 25th and 8th for a while, so that took me about 15 minutes door to door.
Okay.
We'll go there, and then we go downtown, whatever, go down. But anyway, wow.
Do you still go to the city? Now, I just saw Octavia say, Octavia, I think you talk in code. Like, I'm banned from Il Cortil?
I don't know. Octavia.
No, I'm not banned from there. I actually can't be banned from there. So,
Vinny Vella, yeah.
It's Vinny Vella. Wow.
Vinny
Vella used to hang out. Vinny Vella was good friends with Cha-Cha.
He lived on Carmine Street, right?
Yeah, good friends with JJ Cha-Cha.
Yeah,
Good-
Vinny's from
and
Carmine.
Nick.
Vinny's from Carmine Street, I believe.
Yeah, Vinny Bella always hung outside during the Mulberry Street feast with Nick, the white hair. He used to hang out there all the time.
So, Vin, I don't go into much of this talk. I really don't talk much about that stuff. I got my history. I got my situations that I've been in. You hear, I'm remembering where Vinny lived. I'm remembering Tony having meetings on, but I don't talk much about it. It's not my thing.
No, I
You
know
know
what
what I
you're
mean?
Yeah,
my
Tony's a tough guy.
Yeah.
Anthony's a tough guy.
Feared
Very well
individual.
thought of. Yeah, very well. I remember when he got pinched in 2006 at that the 2007, whatever 2006, I think it was. Staten Island, the disco they had there. Their whole place got busted.
I had an observation a while ago about the differences between New York, LCN, Jersey LCN, and Philadelphia LCN. My observation was this. Now, from what I know and from growing up in this area that I'm actually still in, Jersey is a true family within a family. So everybody typically here that are in crews, they grew up with each other. They knew each other. Philly is the same way. They're neighborhood boy friends. Now, you go into the 5 boroughs, you got a whole mix match of people from everywhere. And the captains or bosses, they'll say, okay, put such and such with a Staten Island crew. Put this guy with a Brooklyn crew. But you guys don't know each other. They didn't grow up together. They don't have that kinship, I guess you can say.
Right.
So something gets lost, and that's where the loyalty gets lost, I believe. Jersey has a small turnover rate as far as informants. So does Philly.
Well, I agree with you. I'll tell you why. Because it's very, very likely that if you're in, people are under the misconception that everyone, say family A, I don't want to mention a family, they know each other. They don't. And a lot of times the crews are split up, where 2 guys that I grew up with are in Staten Island under a capo that they never knew and that they never did any work for, and they just happen to be under him now. Where 2 guys that grew, well, that was with John Gotti's thing. John Gotti never knew Sammy Gravano.
No.
Those guys grew up together, Ruggiero and that. They never knew Sammy. Sammy was an outsider when he came in. They never knew him.
Only Sammy. Other than Sammy, he did not break those crews because he kept the Jersey crew well intact over here. I got to tell you, he was solid with this crew over here. Bobby Cabert and all of those guys. He really wanted them to be intact. Now,
is it true that they say a glorified family? Did New Jersey ever have the little brother feeling to New York because they felt like they weren't New York? So did Jersey ever have a chip on its shoulder a bit about that?
I'll tell you exactly how that went.
Okay.
That's the Cavalcante family. And they are Jersey, Sicilian immigrant, typically Jersey guys. But the Lucchese family, Jersey crew. The Gambino, Jersey crew. No. Totally different vibe, totally different feel. John Gotti used to come here on Tuesdays and have cheesecake over here in our neighborhood. So, no.
Right, you told me that.
Only the Cavalcantes, which were a true Jersey family. They were the Jersey Mafia. It's interesting.
You see how it is? We mentioned St. Jude's and Octavia. It was a wonderful thing you gave. And if you see here, just to show you, American Express sent me thanks for verifying, right? And there you see approved St. Jude, $10,225. That's what I put on the one time, and then another for $3,000. You were never questioned, Octavia. I knew you were clear and genuine, and I was jeering and Joey Bayath, clear and to a T. He is a solid guy, and I know he's had problems with other people's. This is all entertainment. This is all bullshit. It gets hit out of craziness. But no one ever questioned you giving out of your heart. I have no idea. You'd have to ask NB that, Octavia. I have no idea. But I know you gave though. And I gave, and it's a wonderful thing. Christopher was out in Jersey when we were out in Summit, and we were doing our toy drive, which was Toms.
Yeah.
But
Wait, what do you
Octavia, I have no idea what you throw with the politics.
forget about that?
Only just when I have no idea. I have no idea.
Octavia, we're not Octavia. We're not even involved in that chat over here. That's for a whole other show.
And Octavia, honestly, I doubt if St. Jude's is being talked about a year later now. It's a year. That had something to do with something else probably. But I'm starting Monday night my St. Jude drive. You guys, if you want to give directly to St. Jude, that is fine. If you want to do through me, that's fine too. The receipts will be shown and all that. But don't worry, no more talk about that, Octavia. This is we're not talking about that stuff. But
anyway,
yeah. But I will tell you, it brings back a lot of memories when you talk about things like Cha-Cha lived on, I think, Spring Street, either Spring or
well, he was in the neighborhood.
Yeah, he lived 2 blocks down. You know where he lived? He lived in the building where they filmed Pope of Greenwich Village. I talk about it a lot. Spring and not Carmine. What's the other street there?
Hester.
Spring. Which one?
Hester.
Kenmar.
Hester.
No, not Ken. I'm not.
Hester.
No, not Kenmar. Not Spring.
No.
There's
Hester.
another one.
Hester.
No, there's another one down there. Well, he lived right near the park where there was a bar called Rockies. That's where he lived. And they filmed Pope of Greenwich Village right there. And I have a feeling Cha-Cha probably had something to do with it. Cha-Cha was supposed to play Burt Young's part in Pope of Greenwich Village.
Really?
And he was promoting a boxing thing at that time, and he was on the West Coast. Yeah. He was originally offered that part.
What a beautiful movie. What a beautiful movie.
That's what the deal was.
How
But
good
yeah,
was that movie? How good was that movie?
Did you see it or you want to see it?
I mean, it's incredible. I'm just co-signing how good it was. It's just
amazing. Christopher Toro was at the hey Chris. Chris was at the fundraiser and we all had dinner in Summit.
Oh,
Summit
wow,
is
that's awesome.
Have you been to Summit? Summit is a gorgeous little town. My God.
Yeah, that's a little suburban for me. I'm not familiar that much with it. I'm
There's
more
money
in the
over
city,
there,
I'm
right?
more in the city environment. I know it's
There's
a bad
money
thing,
though, right?
but I'm stuck on the Belleville Newark area, and I just.
But there's money over there, right? That place has money.
Yes.
Summit,
That's a suburb.
like
Yes.
Gianni, Pope of Greenwich Village.
I mean, one of the best movies ever made. Now, Vin, you were talking about it today on your show. My favorite part, my absolute favorite part. Huh?
Tell me.
When she slaps him, you're never going to change. You and your poorly neighborhood bullshit.
And he goes, see if I change now. Did I change now?
That's me, man.
And I love when he said, Italians change socks. They don't change, or something like that.
They outgrow clothes, not friends.
Yeah. Some of it is beautiful, TT. I will tell you, though, Mickey Rourke. Now, hear me good here. Mickey Rourke, if God forbid he would have got killed like in 1986, he would have gone down as like the James Dean of our time. Because he from Diner, he did 9.5 Weeks. He did Year of the Dragon, 1985. He did that. Wow. He was on a roll, Mickey Rourke. He was terrific. Really terrific. Good actor.
That movie just, it resonates with so many people. Maybe it's a cultural thing. I'm not sure.
Probably a little of that.
Because you know, some of these movies, you feel it. Like, look, I had The Godfather behind me. It's not a mafia thing. It's a cultural, familial thing, right?
That's the thing with Italians. I think Italians, I'm not getting political on here. I am not. Disclaimer. But like when you say an African American, no, you don't know what it's like unless you are one. You don't know what it's like to walk in issues. You don't know what an Italian is like. I can't tell you what a Hasidic Jew is. You don't know, but an Italian, they have glorified this culture so much where The Godfather, I think everyone in Iowa in 1971 thought that was the real mob. All you saw was upper echelon guys in The Godfather. You didn't see worker bees breaking parking meters. Donnie Brasco was probably the most legitimate, I think, of what most of the guys are living day to day, betting horses, trying to make a score so they can pay the vig this week. Most guys aren't making any money. You have a bunch of guys that are making money.
Yeah.
And all the rest were just, Like,
Scraping
I never
time.
thought myself as a big street guy. Yeah, I worked with big street guys because Tommy, you could tell people when you're
Sure.
putting money, when I'm putting 4,000 a week, and I'm just using a figure, it wasn't that, in a captain's pocket, believe me,
You're good. You're
when
good.
I come into the restaurant, the guy that breaks legs for him isn't getting the table before me. I'm getting the table.
You better believe it.
It's about money. So
100%.
I was in good stead with a lot of these guys because I knew how to make a buck into 20.
Yes.
And I never really tried to act. And I had people in my family that were respected. So, I had a little cred going in. But I will tell you this much. I never wore the suits and jeans. I was never into that. I had a Rolex. I still do. But no, I wore jeans and tracksuits and stuff. And I don't look Italian, really. So I didn't come off and try to be.
In your brain, culturally,
yes.
historically,
well, that's what I'm getting at. Italian is Italian.
So we do have your clothes do match when you go out, Vin, correct?
Yes.
Okay. They might not be Gucci this, Fendi that, but they do look clean and matching, right?
Well, right. You can go to Target and buy an $8 shirt
and look great.
Jeans for 20, and the sneakers and socks, and everything looks great. And if you see me from afar, you can't tell me, oh, that's $40 he has on.
Beautiful, beautiful. That's very well said. So we are in tune to our looks, how we dress, how we
looking good, having pride in that.
Having pride. Keep your car clean, no matter what car it is. You're keeping it clean. It could be a '74 Vega. It could be a 2022 Benz. You're going to keep it just as clean, right?
Absolutely. I go nuts. My wife at the time, always messy because she had work stuff, and I would go crazy if like my car was blocked in, so I had to take that car. Yeah. I could see her run out and start cleaning up before I took the car because she knew I'd blow. And it's like, yeah, my car, I bring it back. It has less miles on it than when I took the car. It's like, I take care of it. I wash it 3 times a week. It's terrible, but that's a fetish. It's not OCD. I like my car looking good. It doesn't have to be a Mercedes. It's not a Mercedes. But take a little pride in what you do.
It's just our way. And it goes to that right there, the way he dressed, the way he carried himself.
Well, I can see the T-shirts dry cleaned. Your T-shirt. Right. No, I can tell you take pride.
Our culture, our ways are based on history. No matter what so my grandmother lived in the projects. My mother grew up in the projects.
Oh, really?
I played in the projects as a kid. I mean, my mother moved us over here later on, but we were in the projects until, I don't know, my grandmother was 12. I was 12 when my grandmother got out of there, so
okay.
I grew up around that. So, but her project apartment building, spotless.
Yeah, people clean. Yeah, you take a little
public housing. Vin, we came from public housing. I'm serious. My family came from public housing, and spotless like it was a castle, like a castle. My nana lived in the building Frankie Valley lived in, which is 1.5 miles down the road from me right now.
Really?
Oh yeah, right here.
Did you ever meet him?
Dear friends with his daughter.
Are you?
Dear friends.
I met him.
Dear friends with his daughter.
The Parkside restaurant. He loves the Parkside restaurant, Frankie. He goes there all the time whenever he's here. And he probably has asked her about that. I graduated in '79, Johnny. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, Frankie loves the Parkside. He knows Tony very well, the owner.
Dear friends with his daughter. And, I don't call that in. I took my mother in a wheelchair to see Frankie Valley for the last time. She said it's either going to be him that is the last time, or it's going to be me that's the last time. And I got my mother to Mohegan Sun, or whatever's up there.
Mohegan Sun, yeah.
Whatever's up there. He was playing up there, and she says, Tommy, we have to go. We have to go no matter what. And I got her there in a wheelchair. I got her right in there. I watched the show. I told his daughter later that I went to the show. She was so angry with me. Why didn't you tell us? Why didn't you call us? I said, I don't call in like that, Vin. I don't do that. It's not my way. I just,
really?
I try to be a regular guy. You know what I mean? I just try to be a regular guy.
Yeah. Now, have you been to Italy, Tom?
Yeah, once. My grandparents lived in Italy, in Salerno.
Oh, okay.
How old were you when you went? There was a young kid. Oh, young, maybe 10, 11 years old. I don't even know.
Oh, but you remember it though.
Oh, I remember clearly. The Amalfi Coast. I remember clearly, 100%.
I've never been to Italy. Always wanted to go.
They would not let us speak Italian. Can you imagine? My family would not let us little ones learn Italian.
You don't know Italian?
They made us learn English only because
That's what it was.
both my grandfathers said we earned the American dollar. We're speaking the American language in this house. Now, when I went out to the social clubs with my grandfather, it was with all his paisans. They were all bades, beep, 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 talking, playing. But otherwise, no, they kept us.
Did he know a lot of people? Well, without going into names and stuff, your grandfather?
Oh, sure. My grandfather, sure, all Jersey guys, yeah. My grandfather did the horses in Westinghouse. There was a Westinghouse factory. I could say it now. You know what I mean? There was a Westinghouse factory in Newark or Bloomfield. Ralph, are you on here? Where was the Westinghouse factory? Bloomfield or Newark, Ralph? Ralphie's one of my dear friends here, and he would know. Westinghouse factory was either in Bloomfield or Newark, and my grandfather did the horses in there, and he was a QA manager, and he did the horses in there.
Wow.
And so when I'll get into it a little bit, when my grandfather found out I was involved in some of this stuff, he was very, very, very disappointed, and he says, I'm going to such and such. You're not to operate. This is not how I brought my family up. I do not want anybody involved in this. And he was very disappointed that he found that I was involved in this stuff. The reason I was is because my mother never made it known that how much she was struggling. So my grandfather never knew how much my mother was struggling. Sometimes we didn't have heat. Sometimes we didn't have heat. She had to sacrifice heat for food. You know, the whole story. You know, I don't get into that. But the point is, I got into that due to sacrifice, not due to glamour. And when my grandfather found out, he said, I'm going to such and such. Andy Gerard. He's dead now. God rest his soul. He was a Genovese captain, Andy Gerard. And he said, I'm going to Andy. I'm putting a stop to this. You're not to operate. I said, Pop, you know, they love you. They respect you. But this is what they do. They're not going to. So I promise you, eventually I'll work my way out of this business. I will try to work my way out of this. I promise you. And I tried and I tried and I tried. And the day we buried my grandfather, I was not removed from the life at that time. And that's the day I got pinched.
Are you kidding me?
Swear to God. Fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. That's his way of saying you are gonna live right here.
No, I remember the day I got pinched. I wasn't happy. And I have to tell you, so much goes through your mind. You know, am I really going to go to jail? What's going to happen here? How much is this going to cost me? The first thing that I thought about, because they took a lot of money out of my house, is shit, how am I going to pay for a lawyer? That was the first thing I thought about.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And you know something? You get, I just saw someone here. Steve Sharippa, he graduated in Lafayette. So I graduated with John Franco and Andy Carino, and all those people. So he was a good football player, Andy Carino. So I just... can I say it was a learning experience? I think that I'm a better person now. I think if I didn't get busted, well, first of all, if I didn't get busted, I probably still would have been doing this stuff. I don't know if I would have got eventually busted on a bigger charge. And that's why I'm kind of happy the way things worked out, because things have changed out there. I might have got jammed up in a real bad case. But I think the thing I've learned from all this was to have more patience for people. Believe it or not, like even it helped in the YouTube with the chats and all that stuff. Not this chat, but other chats. You know what? It's all entertainment, Tom.
Yes, it is. And
I love when they say, love you, have you back. You never met me. You don't know my name. I'm looking at a thing here, an avatar. How could you have my back? You won't even tell me what your name is.
Can you imagine? Now, we have a good relationship. We're solid guys. So we're good. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but these strangers, really, with no relation to anything. We have a similar situation in some of our ways and some of the things that we have been through. So we have a good vibe, right?
Well, the thing is, if you, myself, or probably to a lot lesser extent, because he'd have more access, Joey, found out about either one of us, will say, "Oh, okay, I can see why I'm okay with the dude. He's like me." Yeah, so we have a similar kind of background. And the funny thing is, they get mad at you if you are in the mob genre, which mob tube, whatever it is. If you don't have street credit, they almost look at you like you're no good. It's like, no, you're not supposed to have. No, an average guy, a good guy, is not supposed to have street cred. You're supposed to be an honest guy. But now they hold it against you.
Exactly.
Like, you didn't kill anybody and do jail time, you suck.
I don't even talk about my jail. I don't even know if they will know I've been in prison. I don't even know, because I don't base my show on that. So to me, it's a negative, a positive in some ways, I guess you can say, because it's your reputation, and if you do the right thing, you got a good reputation. I don't look at it as stripes on a jacket. I don't look at it like that.
No.
You know?
What was the toughest thing when you went in the first day? Was it like, shit, I'm gonna miss home, I'm gonna miss my family, I disappointed people? What was do you remember, like, going in and the first night when they closed the door, the cell where now you're like really in? It's like, do you remember?
I remember everything clearly. I was in a bullpen with a whole bunch of guys in Newark, New Jersey, in the basement, in a holding cage, shackled, and they're saying, the talk is, what are you in for? What are you in for? What are you in for? Now, the guy that testified against me was right next to me.
No.
Oh, my God. They put him in a cage with me, because when I got arraigned, part of my bail, one of my bail, what do you call it? Your bail to get out. What
Hearing?
your bail?
Your bail hearing?
My bail hearing, one of my orders, what do you say?
Oh, bail. Oh, okay.
It's called something.
Stipulations, steps.
What is it?
One of your bail stipulations?
When they give you stipulations for your bail. So they're like, okay, you can't go here, you can't do this, you can't do that.
Oh, you're restricted. Well, I know what you're talking about.
Bail restrictions, I guess.
Yeah. You can't go on with other felons. You can't.
Or they revoke your bail. If you don't follow these guidelines, they revoke your bail, whatever it might be. So I get out on bail, but my bail hearing was, if anything happens to the guy that gave up this operation, you're being charged for all of those crimes.
Really?
Yes. That was my bail requirement, whatever you want to call it.
I know. And the funny thing is that this guy probably has a million enemies.
Yeah. Anyway, so they said to me, whatever happens to him, he gets assaulted, you're charged with assault. He gets murdered, you're charged with murder. Now, they came to my mother's house from Mulberry Street, two guys, one speaking English, one speaking broken English. They put $10,000 on my mother's kitchen table. Me and my mother were sitting there. They put my bail money, $15,000. They put the bail money on my mother's table and said, where is this guy? Where is the guy that brought this all down? And he's 4 doors away from me.
Oh, Jesus.
And I said, guys, listen, I know the business. I know what goes on in this business. But listen, if you respect me or have any value, a value of me, if I was ever any value of you, if something happens to this, and I'm not saying don't do it. If something happens to this individual, just know they're picking me up in the middle of the night and I'm being charged with whatever happens to this individual.
Taking the whack for it. Yeah.
They went back to Mulberry. They went back to New York. They didn't assault him.
Johnny Bradfield just said, yeah, most of the, I lived on, it's funny because I had a very good friend who we could on 18th Avenue who's no longer with us. And he was about 7 years younger than me. I lived on Bay 20th. And I lived in Bath Beach on Cropsey Avenue. But you're right, Johnny. Most of the guys that are doing shows are in California. They're here, they're there. They've never stepped down Cropsey Avenue.
Hold on. Octavia, no. I paid the bail already. They came from New York and put the money on my mother's table to reimburse my bail. They paid my bail, Vin. They paid my bail and everything. So that's what Octavia thought that my mother put out. No, we put out the money, which was a whole other fiasco because the person that came to bail me out had an embezzlement charge 25 years ago, and I had to get it. It was a big mess. I was stuck in there, chained to a wall, while they're trying to bail me out. Unshady character. I gave the money to the person bailing me out. I knew what was going on. I was a fugitive for 4 days. I knew what my bail was going to be. I knew everything. So I gave the money to this individual and said, when I get arraigned on Tuesday, the bail's going to be $15,000. Come and bail me out.
Yours was 50?
15. And then they said,
10, they anything under 10 is no bail hearing. I
Yeah,
had
yeah,
a
yeah.
10. No
Yeah, yeah.
bail. I had a bail
Yeah.
hearing. I had to show where the money was coming
All
from.
right, all right. You gotta show it. So, oh my, it came from me. What the fuck?
Yeah, my lawyer tried for a 5,000, and the attorney said, "Let's keep it at 10 because you know what? On a gambling charge, you might have money under the floorboard. They know you can come up with it." And my wife at the time wasn't getting paid until Friday. All my bank accounts were frozen. So how am I going to get to money? That's legit. And it took me a few days, but yeah, they break your chops. Yeah, I was in Rikers, and then because I have a medical condition, I had to be put into the hospital. The boathouse and the hospital was full in Rikers. That had to put me in Jamaica Hospital.
What is that? Medical wing? It's a medical area?
Yeah, not a medical wing. But you can't have any roommates with you. When you're arrested, you have to be in a room alone. They don't allow anybody to be with you. And a cop is always sitting there, 12-hour shifts. So when a new cop comes in, they look, what's he in here for? They want to know who they're doing. But one of the cops was cool and let me call my family to say goodnight on the cell phone. They had their laptop in the bed next to me, and and it was cool. But I will tell you that it was an experience. Like, they turned on the TV for me. See, you're not allowed to do anything as the convict. Like, even if I had $20 on me, which I didn't, I couldn't put the TV on. Someone has to do it for me. The cop did it for me because the cop wanted to be able to watch TV. But but it was unbelievable. But unreal. They treat you like, oh my God, they treat you like something. And they looked and I said, I had guys like you playing with me in the social club, cops.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, so did I.
The Super Bowl, is that illegal? They were all talking about the Super Bowl pool because I got pinched on the 11th of February after the Super Bowl. They were all talking. I said, isn't that illegal? Your cops are talking. And they were laughing their ass off.
Well, the interesting thing is, from arrest to indictment to the pleading part, they just keep pushing evidence at you. Did you see yourself on in camera or no?
Yeah.
You saw yourself in surveillance and everything?
Mm-hmm.
It's the craziest thing. I'm like, what the fuck?
You know, the first thing I said, I swear to you, me, nuts. I said, shit, when I get out of here, I got to lose weight.
Yeah.
I said that. But I had safe deposit. I had two, Johnny, and no, because I didn't want my family knowing what I was doing. And but no, they froze everything. They found everything. And a lawyer cost me $38.
Wow. That's
what I had Carosa. And he's good.
My cousin was my lawyer. 10,000. He was the Nexus County prosecutor previously, so he was able to take the case for me for 10,000. Now, had I gone to trial, it probably would have been more. I didn't go to trial. I wanted so bad to go to trial, man. I wanted so bad to go to trial.
Oh, trial cost 100,000.
I wanted to go. I wanted to face my. Really? Now, this is something that people don't understand. Let me go back to, we were talking about John Gotti. Mm-hmm. One of his main reasons was not admittance of Cosa Nostra. He wanted you, as the defendant, to face that douchebag rat. He wanted you to face him in court, disgrace him. It was not so much.
Well, I agree.
Not agreeing that there is Cosa Nostra, because we know it, right? But his whole MO with that was face that motherfucker, face him, right. Let him bring it. That was more of his reason to not take pleas, and I felt that way when I was pleading. I pled to lesser charges, obviously, to take the guilty conviction and guilty plea and go to county time instead of state time.
What did you get? What was your final? My final charge, I got a C felony enterprise corruption. That's what I got.
9 months violating New Jersey gambling laws.
So you have a felony?
It was. Now I'm expunged.
You see, New York doesn't expunge.
Oh, I'm expunged now. I'm good. Yeah.
Oh, good for you. But what was it originally? A C felony?
Oh, it was. I don't know what it was. It was conspiracy.
Mine was enterprise corruption, C, and they wouldn't drop it from the C.
I guess. I don't know the classification. I don't know.
Well, I'm glad it's expunged. So now you can go. Can you actually say now you've never been arrested, or can they just not see the felony?
They can't see
it. Like on an application, can you write never arrested?
Absolutely.
That's strong.
I'm off paper. Well, that's my whole thing. Now I can talk to these guys like Joey and this, that, the other thing. I'm expunged. I'm clean.
Right. I've been off paper for 8 years.
At that level, they do see the record. They do see this expunged, which means you have lived a clean life for 10 years.
Right. Yeah, you have to. It has to be a minimum 10 years to get a
10
sponge,
years.
right?
It's 10 years. It's 10 years.
I just went through a whole thing to try to get forgiveness to go into Canada because my son wants to go to Ranger games and stuff like that, and he has fathers that go with the sons. I feel terrible, so it just cost me $2,300, and it'll take another 8 months. I asked for permanent forgiveness. It's called rehabilitation, and but it takes a year. But I'll be able to go in and out of Canada anytime I want. They're not worried about it. It was 11 years ago. It was a gambling charge. Now, if you have a drug charge, DWI, or anything like that, you're not going back into Canada.
I'm not. I have no.
They're very.
I have no. What's the word? I have no. Is the word sympathy or for drug dealers? I have no.
Either do I. Either do I.
What's the word? What's the word?
Sympathy.
I have no. There should be no forgiveness. Should be castrated.
No forgiveness, right? Yeah. For drug dealers.
Gambling's not. We know it's not a harmless vice, but in the grand scheme of things, yeah, come on. Everybody gambles, right? But drugs is just you're decimating your neighborhood. You're destroying your people. And unfortunately, then we, as a nationality, are responsible for a lot of the beginnings of polluting this country with drugs. You could say whatever you want. Anybody could say whatever they want, but our unfortunate greed in our culture has a big part of bringing that into this country.
Of course. There's so much money in drugs. I was, you know what I was, I wasn't offered to be a dealer, but I was offered when I was making really good money in the night. I was making 7 dimes a week, 10 dimes a week sometimes. And I was offered, I knew the people that would come over to me, you want to give me 20 and I'll give you 30 back in a month. Don't have it. I need liquid. Come on. We know what you make. And then eventually they stopped asking.
Wow.
Because these were a couple of friends that I knew. But I don't want to be involved with that. I don't care what you give me back. And I never loaned money, Tom. I never loaned money. People would want money, and I'd loan them. Hey, you need $2,000 to go with your wife here. Pay me back. I don't want big. I don't want it. I never got involved in that shit. I never was involved in usury.
I kind of did. I did enjoy that aspect as a business, man. As a business.
Oh, right. It's a lot of money. Yeah, but I never bothered. And I could have, because with gambling, you get a lot of that. People,
it goes hand in hand.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I love that part of the business, man. But I would get it at a point.
Right.
You know,
me too. I used to get it at a point.
Get it at a point or two. If you get it at a point or 2 points, you push it out. You can make a nice, but
that was exactly from the office. I'd get it from a point from the office, but I could get, they knew I can take 50 large, like nothing, because they knew what I was, I had players. I had at one time, my high was about 180 players in the islands. Nice. They were putting through $500,000 a week. So, if I needed 50 or 60, because they knew I had the income to 1 week I'm going to make money, and they could hold it back from me. See, they knew, because the person that I would get it from, that's the office it went through. So if I ever had 60,000 coming to me, I just don't get paid that week. They take it. So they knew that I couldn't beat them. Not that they thought I would, but they knew my money went through their hands. So they know they could always grab it. But I wasn't into drugs. I didn't take drugs. I was never into any of that thing. I didn't drink a lot. None of that shit.
Now, I will say, I enjoyed the life as the money was coming in, no waiting in lines. You got a table over here. You do this, that, the other. You play the role, right? Because like you said, the leg breaker isn't getting the table.
No. I see Johnny, your friend here. Johnny, yeah, I knew the owner of it. I knew the owner's son of Rosales on Avenue X. And 18th Avenue and Cropsey. Wow. Yeah, I knew a lot of people 85th and 18th Avenue.
Well, what is 18th and Cropsey? What section is that? That's the breaking point.
Bath Beach.
Bath Beach, but it borders. What,
you're going in toward Dyker Heights.
Dyker Heights, okay.
You hit 14th, you're going into Dyker Heights. But yeah, I used to hang out there, 18th Avenue and 85th Street. My family member owned a couple of things on that block.
So, okay, real quick, back to you asked me my first night in there.
Yeah.
It was just it was interesting. They gave you an orange suit. They shackled you. They put you in a cell with 12. I was in a cell with 12 guys. My first little bit, 12 guys. I did not have a single cell. I was in with 12 guys. It was interesting. It was cold. It was dark. The first night was tough. Very, very tough.
Any fighting? Did you have to prove yourself or anything?
I was in my native area, Newark, New Jersey, so they kind of knew. I was on the news that day, and the next morning, the Star Ledgers were circulating around the prison, and they saw me on the front page, so that kind of spoke for itself, I guess. The news. Yeah. I got into my cell at 10 o'clock p.m., and I was on the Channel 5 News talking trash to the judge. They saw it all. The whole prison saw it. Yeah. God. And then the Saturday Star Ledger. This was on a Friday. And then the Saturday Star Ledger came around, and everybody saw the papers. So
that's something.
So I guess good and bad, cold, dark, lonely, processing it all. Them trying to break me, was playing mind games with me.
Okay, how were they trying to break you? Tell me how they were trying to break you.
Okay, they wouldn't let me. As I would try to fall asleep, they would bring their keys and bang on my.
This is when you were in. This is already you're in. You're sentenced and you're in already.
In prison, in jail, yeah.
So they want you to flip even though you're in a couple days.
Vin, listen, interrogated my whole 9 months. Interrogated all the time. So banging on my cell as I was falling asleep, sleep depriving me. And every time I would fall asleep, the keys would bang on there. This was one crew that did it. And then the next morning, I guess the Essex County prosecutor would call me out of my cell, sit me down in a common area and say, how you holding up? How you doing? You don't look so good. You got bags under your eyes. How you doing?
Man. Really?
I'm doing great. 500 push-ups a day. You see, I'm building up. I'm doing okay. Back to bed. Ding, 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 ding. How you doing today, Stiggs? Stiggs, that's what they call you, right? How you doing today, Stiggs? I'm doing good. I'm totally fine. How you doing? Great. I said, you look good in that black suit. Put me back in the cage.
That must have frustrated the shit out of them.
Over and over and over and over and over and over times 10. Finally, they're like, okay, this is it's never gonna break. It's not gonna happen.
Did anybody come visit you from the neighborhood that said, hey, thanks, man, you're doing a good job, anything like that? I don't know.
Nope, because they're gonna go in the chart.
Visitor, yeah.
I waited till I got out. When I got out, I had to violate parole that day. I was ordered to violate parole that day.
What do you mean?
I had to go meet people that day. The day I got out. With my brown bag. Before I spoke to anybody else, I had to go meet a few guys.
They want to know what happened, yeah.
What are you looking like? Let's look in his eyes. Let's see what's going on.
And they read it. They've met enough guys.
Oh, they know.
They know right away.
But
and even if you're in 9 months, they know because they figure, you know what, you cracked in the 6 month, make it look good. I can't leave now. They'll know. So make me do the whole bit. Yeah, and they'll make it easier for you. Absolutely.
The time doesn't matter. It could be 9 months.
They have COs in there, Tom. They have COs. There was a CO in Rikers when I went to visit my friend who got pinched with me. I used to go every 3 weeks, and the CO said that he overheard us talking about something.
Wow.
They have COs watching.
Sure they do.
The neighborhood too. The neighborhood has COs watching.
Everybody knows, man. You can't.
It would have been back to them in 2 minutes if you would have flipped.
2 minutes.
Before the cops could have told them, someone would have reached out because listen, they're getting 500 in their pocket for reporting it.
I'll tell you how it went. So after all of that interrogation for weeks or whatever it was, now I'm getting two pieces of chicken in the mess hall. They're bringing me Marlboro Lights because I smoked Marlboro Lights at that time. And I'm getting a pizza delivered and this and that and the other thing. And I'm like, well, what the fuck is all of this? What is all of this? Easter, I was in there. I got all the Easter pies. They brought me the Easter pies and everything. I had everything. It's crazy. After.
Hold on for 1 second. Johnny, Andy Wilson had a big home, that big home on the corner of 14th Avenue. I used to deal with Andy Wilson. He was the biggest bookmaker in Brooklyn at the time. Absolutely right, my friend. Yeah, Stevie, there was Al Morris there and everything. We used to meet Villa Paradiso on Bath Avenue and 20th. Yeah, Johnny knows his stuff. Andy Wilson was the biggest bookmaker in Brooklyn. And yeah, I used to deal with him. He used to move tonnage, Andy Wilson, in the 70s and 80s. Good call, Johnny. Johnny knows his stuff. I'm sorry.
So, Vin, here's my point about our content. They know where to go to have an enjoyable conversation about this stuff.
Yeah.
Incredible.
So you see?
See how this goes? You see how
they
this
know
goes?
he's credible. Well, Johnny knows I'm credible now.
So it all
and if Johnny mentions a couple of names from 18th and 85th, he's my friend for life.
See? That's how it works here, man. That's how it works here. I'm telling you.
No, we're not bullshit.
The guys like us are going to have a nice shows.
Well, because we don't have to read on Wikipedia. Anybody we read in Wikipedia, we hung with them. So
it's very simple, right?
It was crazy back then. I used to hang on. I used to hang at Tally's. Johnny
was like
Vin, the Cadu Lounge.
Vin, Tally's was like a small little storefront place. Small.
Tally's, it was a restaurant, but it was a bar restaurant. He put food in there in the mid '80s. He put food in there. There was never food in there. He put food in there.
But it was unassuming.
It was like a bar.
But it was unassuming. The place didn't look like.
Unassuming. Yeah, totally. I forget what it was. 64th Street was it? 18th. I forget where it was. 64th. But Johnny knows his stuff. Johnny, I was 1831 West 8th.
So listen, you stayed in Brooklyn. You're still in Brooklyn.
I hang in Brooklyn. I'm in Queens. I live in Queens, but I'm always in Bay Ridge. My family has a restaurant.
How far are you from where you grew up?
From here, 8-10 miles, 12 miles.
See?
I grew up in Brooklyn.
You wouldn't do well.
I got married in 90. I came to Queens.
You wouldn't do well anywhere else. It's what you know, right?
No, but we were talking, Tommy, and I will tell you, like, see, Tommy and I, you can check this shit out. We don't need Wikipedia, but I will tell you this much. Now, when I'm talking like this, total, and whomever's watching, which I'm sure there are people watching, I do miss it. Today, I miss it. After talking like this, I feel like going out right now. All right, I'll head your sheet. Give me 2 times a week. I feel like it. I feel like it. It juices me up. But you know what happens? After I call you after this, I said, so what are you having? You're going to lay down now? Oh, you don't have to check in with a CO. You don't hear clinking. You can get up tomorrow morning, go to Starbucks or meet me. That's what makes it all worth not doing anything.
My God.
The freedom.
You know what? I saw today I saw 2 half-ass wise guys doing what they're doing in the neighborhood. This is what they do, not a problem. And I'm thinking to myself, and I'm looking at them do what they do, and I see what they're, I see it all going on, such and such, I don't know, whatever. I saw 2 guys that I know are involved doing what they do, right? And I'm saying, wow, man. Like, I'm going into my apartment right now. I'm going to throw together a little marinade, have a glass of wine, jump on my show, go to sleep, and not worry about any of this bullshit. Meanwhile, I know what those guys were talking about is bringing great stress to them and risk. Peace of mind.
Tommy, if I go away in the next couple of days, blame Johnny Bradfield because he's bringing up all these things. Fantasy Cut, I used to go on West 7th and Avenue U. My friend John was the haircut. It's still there. I forget the name of the place. It's right near where Chirillo's used to be or whatever the hell it was called, the Santa Maria right there. My God, Johnny knows the whole area. My God. Johnny, there used to be a guy on Avenue on Wetton Road.
Vin, I got a few guys that come in frequently from Brooklyn all the time.
Johnny knows everything over there. Fantasy Cut. I used to hang out, Johnny, at the wrong number on West 7th and Avenue U.
The wrong number.
I used to hang out at the wrong number with Baldy.
The wrong number. Oh, my God.
I used to hang out there.
When did that close? Like, what year was that?
Oh, a while back.
I was a young boy.
Baldy was there. And
I was a young kid. When is that? Wow. You bring it.
The wrong number. I used to hang out there when I was in my 20s.
80s close?
What?
80s?
No. Wrong number closed maybe 15 years ago.
My God, I remember that.
Because Baldy died a few years ago.
I remember this place.
Wow, Johnny knows everybody.
Johnny
Yeah,
and Mike.
I saw Tommy Karate probably in the 70s was the last time I saw him.
There's a few
On
guys in
20th
here.
Avenue.
Vin, there's a few guys that come in here that are very, very fluent in your neighborhood. Very
Johnny's very knowledgeable. Johnny hung out everywhere I did.
Johnny, Mike John is another guy that comes in frequently. He's not here tonight, but I get a lot of good guys in here from all over the place, Vin.
Johnny knows his stuff.
Johnny does, yes.
Well, Johnny, you really were around, man. Jesus.
Oh,
Johnny, did you hang around Cropsey Avenue and Bay 25th, the candy store there? Tommy would come into that place once in a while. I used to work there. That was Shorty Spiro's brother's place.
But that's in the 80s, 90s, early 90s.
I used to hang out there in the 70s. While I was a teenager, I was working for Shorty in the candy store when I was like 14, 15. I'm talking about 1976.
That's Cropsey?
That's when Tommy Karate used to come in there.
In Cropsey, on Cropsey Avenue?
Cropsey and Bay 25th.
Wow, that was crazy.
Crazy. Yeah, Shorty Spiro's brother, Ralph. And in fact, their cousin, Angelo Zeppi, was the guy portrayed in Goodfellas. They didn't use his name. Angelo got killed in my building around 1983, 20th Avenue in Cropsey, 8861, I think it was, in the basement. He took one of the storage rooms. He had this 19-year-old girlfriend, Joanne Lombardo, who I knew very well. And he used to have ferrets running around and everything. He liked animals more than people, Angelo. Angelo was like 5'1". He was a stone cold killer, a druggie, but he was a sweetheart. And you'd walk into the storage room, the bicycle room in the apartment building. I used to go see him there.
Sure.
Oh my God, and he had all everything, all ferrets and birds and this and that. And it was crazy. And Angelo was Shorty Spiro's nephew. And he got whacked because of the Lufthansa thing. He was one of the people.
Crazy. What, that's the 70s? That's late 70s. What is that, late 70s?
I think Angelo got whacked in 83, I think.
Wow. So talk about some of that stuff. The reason a lot of these guys are able to walk around like they do, being rats, is because who's going to take a 20-year pinch for a rat? It's not going to happen, right?
Nobody. I wouldn't.
So they can do it. They can actually do it.
Yeah.
So this was a pretty good show, Vin. We're going on for 2 hours and a half.
No, I think it's great. It's amazing. You do a great job. I love your show.
So
you're one of the few shows I watch. I don't watch anybody's show. I
so
watch
people
you.
have mentioned to me and Vinny should come on for an hour or so every week and just shoot the shit.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
I would love to.
It's good. It's good stuff.
Octavia said I'm a bit late in the day with a story. Octavia, I could have 1,000 hours sleep, coffee in me, be the sharpest guy, and I still wouldn't know what you're talking about on any given day.
Octavia is a loyal soldier, though. I will give Octavia.
Yeah. John, I'm just looking at Johnny's last because Johnny got my eye here with all this stuff. I went to Caballero Junior High, Johnny. I went to Caballero, Bay 20 on 25th Avenue. Went to Lafayette. I went to Lafayette in 9th grade because I got thrown out of Caballero. I punched the principal in the face. Then I got thrown out, so I had to go to Brooklyn Academy Prep. I had to go to for a year, and then went to Caballero in 9th grade. Yeah, he said something. My mother came up. I hit a kid, and then he says, she's a real pushy broad while I was leaving. Hugo Rosiello. I walked over, punched him right over his desk. I was like 15 years old.
That was the principal?
Yeah, Hugo Rosiello. So what happened was I was telling Johnny that the haircut place, John, I was friends with him on Avenue U. He tells me, "Oh, that was my stepfather. He was a jerk." This is 10 years later after it happened.
The principal was his stepfather?
It was my friend's stepfather. I met my friend 10 years later, though. And I said, he goes, "Where did you go to school?" And I said, I got thrown out of Caballero. This guy, Hugo Rosiello, I punched him in the face. He goes, "Hugo Rosiello is my stepfather. He was a dick. He deserved it."
Hey.
That's what he said.
Hey, what's real is real, I guess, you know?
What's real is real. I had a blast. And yes, we should alternate once a week. You come on me, I'll come on you. We'll do this thing with Joey. We'll have a ball.
Either way, whatever. It's all good, man.
Thank you, chat. You've been wonderful. I hope I see your friend again. He knows everything about the area. My God bless him. And he lived to tell about it.
We got a lot to talk about. We've been in social clubs. We could talk for 8 hours.
Yeah.
We'll break it up. We'll come up with a topic. We'll come on a little bit here and there, and we'll just shoot the shit. And I'm gonna reach out to my friend this weekend, and hopefully we can put that thing together.
Absolutely. Were you available for a phone call tomorrow?
Of course.
Great. I'll call you in the afternoon because I got something really interesting to tell you.
All right, buddy. Thanks for stopping by.
Right,
Appreciate you having you on.
Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Vin. Later. Wow, that was pretty good. Okay, guys, I didn't entertain the chat because I had Vinny on. I know the show went for 2 hours and 30 minutes. I got people texting me, calling me. But, sometimes when neighborhood guys like that shoot the shit, we just get going and we can talk overnight, basically. We have a good relationship, a good friendship. It is what it is. It is what it is. Sometimes we do shows like this. Sometimes we don't. I was happy that some of you guys interacted with Vinny. Vinny is a gentleman. He's a good guy. Really, really, really a good guy. So we chose to get away from drama or any type of genre and do our own thing. So I'm trying to hook him up with Joey and see if he can get into the business with him. Like I said, he's very knowledgeable in sports and stuff like that. 2 hours is nothing. I don't know. Gee, it's a long show. I have a headache. Octavia has a headache. Tony the Night Owl hung in there all night. TT has been here all night. Who's been here all night? Give me a thumbs up, please. Before I start my 8 hour goodbye, the Italian goodbye, I need to know that I get a little thumbs up for this show. Oh, wow. Tony, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I mean, come on. This was nice. I much rather this, Tommy. Very nice show. Troopers. See, I lowered to a fault. I'd much rather this any day than drama. Johnny is right with us. Thank you, G. Octavia. Arms. I'm sorry. Long show. JJ, that was very long. Listen, I apologize, guys. I never do a show this long. I really, really apologize. That's out of character for me, but we had a good conversation going. And instead of doing it on the phone, we chose to do it on here. Instead of doing it on the phone, we did it on the live stream. I talked to Vinny today on the phone. We had a little chat about this and that. He wanted to come on tonight. I came in and out, was cleaning up garage. Best time, good show. Thank you, Rick. All right, so I just, you know how I am with these shows. I like to keep them quick, to the point, and get out. You know what I mean? And this went a little longer than anticipated, but we had things to talk about. Be that as it may, I'm going to start my goodbyes. Apologize for what, T? Come on, we're having a ball. Okay, G. Wow, thank you. Larry, hello, Larry. Wow, thank you for stopping by, Larry. Don't know if you just heard the show, but I had Brooklyn Guy on for a little bit. We're going to do a few things together. We're going to probably do a maybe twice a week show. Shoot the shit about this and that. He's older than me, but we seem to have a similar, I don't know what to say. Similar, okay, thank you, TT. You're the underboss. So if you say it's good, it's good. We seem to have a similar, I don't know what the word is I'm trying to say. He's good with his kids. He's got a son. He made a life change and setting a good example for his boy. I am obviously, as you guys know, doing the same thing for my kids. 18th Avenue, 85th, 6th Street, Sunny J had it. Nice. Tony, thank you for sticking by. Tony, TT, everybody else, Johnny, you added a great, Johnny, you added great content to the show tonight, Johnny. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Now we're gonna go out with a little upbeat music by my main man right here. We gotta go to a little Ralph Mucci with a little Love Came to Me, guys. This was not my typical show. Something out of the ordinary for me. But we had a good chat, me and Vinny. So he's in Brooklyn. Listen, guys. and then on to the next show. Oh my God, Tony, you're hysterical. It's hard not to miss the action. Oh, Gianni, it's like an addiction. The golden voice, our Ralph Mucci. Ralphie, did you leave the building? I'm logging off, guys. You both bounced back from what could have been a bad life. Now you are both great dads and sons. Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I think I had one longer. One more. Tommy, was this the longest show you ever done? I only heard a little bit, but it was great. Sell the job, my friend. Thank you. Gianni and Gina? No, I think I might have one that might have been longer. I'm not sure. I think we had a good show. I appreciate each and every one entering Gianni is absolutely hysterical. Oh my God. Makes me feel so good, just like I dreamed it would. And I'm so glad I found you. All right. Always a pleasure. You used to play Teresa Rubble. Thank you all. 2 hours and 40 minutes. It may be a record, Gina. I'm not sure. I got to tell you, but I'll be on at 7:15 a.m. for coffee. But I'm going out tonight, so I don't know. I don't know what the night's going to bring. Hold on a minute. There is no phase 2. I got to bang off because I am going out. Teresa's hasn't been around. Teresa's on vacation this week, guys. Everybody have a great night tonight and have a great day tomorrow. Life is good. I will be on just like tonight I'm going out, so who the hell knows what happens? Anything could happen with my evening, with my crazy life. But I should I think I'm gonna be good for my 7:15 a.m. show. Put my regular glasses back on because I am banging out. I do like to wear the sunglasses. It's just, you see that glare? Yeah, I'm going out. Yeah. I don't know about disco, but I am going out. Listen, Thursday's a hopping night. Go-go, never would I go to a go-go club. I can go 3 steps away, have a couple of drinks, and as the song goes, he never leaves the disco alone. My night could turn into 2 days, or I can go to bed in 20 minutes. It can be, who knows? Some things are not documented, guys, that I cannot document on the YouTubes. You guys are fucking hysterical. You guys are intermission. Titi, should I be nice and just go have a cigar on the stoop and call it a night, or should I go, I don't know. What should I do, Titi? You tell me what to do. You're the underboss. The stoop with a cigar, or go into the places? What should There is no walk. I carry a key, a house key. I carry a house key. Stiggs, where's your place? Right there. Right there, over there, the stoop. Okay. 20 feet, and that's literal. Tomorrow is red and black for the women of the night. My God, Arms. Oh, my God. I got the best crew ever. You guys are fucking amazing. So I should do the stoop instead of going to entertain shenanigans tonight. All right, I'll behave. But listen, we're adults. We got needs. You know what TT, you're sounding like my mother right now. Tommy, What's her name? What's her name? Ma, stop calling them by name. You're getting me all screwed up. Stop calling them by name. My grandmother and my mother lived in the house with me. And when girls would come around, they would get the names screwed up. And I'm like, Ma, no, it's not Gina. That's Sylvia. No. No. You got the names wrong. Please, Grandma, please, Ma, don't call them by name. No. That was an issue back then, you know? Anyway, be that as it may. Forget about that. Yeah. Sally's was yes. You crazy? Yeah, go on. I thought it was Tuesday. It's Thursday. It's party night in the neighborhood. That's what we do. It's what goes on. Thursday night's party night. Listen, guys, I can't go on to the fourth phase of the Italian goodbye. I really have to get going. Oh, I may in fact do a wind down tomorrow night. But be that as it may, I have got to get going. Yes, this is true, TT. I admit that. This is 100% true. And Motto and they were all smoking hot. I never left the disco alone. And I'm not bragging. I'm just saying that was just the way it was. Phase 4. Phase 4, Johnny. Hysterical. You guys are fucking hysterical. Johnny, I gotta have you on with Vinny one night, if you don't mind. I mean, I don't care if you come on with an avatar or whatever, but Johnny, you and Vinny and me will shoot the shit one night over here. Yeah, I'll probably be on tomorrow night. Well, I'll definitely see you for coffee at 7:15 a.m. Once upon a time, Octavia. I will own that. What can I say? Single guy, running around the streets, a few dollars in my pocket. It goes with the territory, I think, no? I think. What do you want me to tell you? It's what I was. I had fun. I had my own apartment in my mother's house. I had my own entrance, but they sat on the stoop until 2 o'clock in the morning, waiting until Tommy came home. My grandmother and my mother would be out on the stoop in the front until I came home. I'm 23, Ma. You don't know her name. So I would have to sneak girls around the back way. I almost have him jump the fence. Sneak around the back way so my mother wouldn't see him. I said, Ma, good night. I'm going to sleep. And she would be like, and the next day at breakfast, Tommy, who was praying downstairs? Did you have like a prayer show on? I hear some woman saying, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Who was praying in the basement last night? Who was praying down there? Did you have the TV on? Like the religious channel? I just kept hearing a woman say, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, like she was doing the sign of the cross. What's going on in the basement, Tommy? Yes. Well, that was the situation. I'd be having espresso with my mother the next morning. Tommy, were you watching the religious channels? Because somebody was saying, oh my God, all night. Well, there you go. That was me. Titi, it is what it is. What can I tell you? That's Maria and Angie, my grandmother. I'm serious as a heart attack. Were you watching the religious channel or was somebody praying in the basement last night? All I heard was, oh my God, for a half hour, 45 minutes. Who's saying, oh my God? Anyway, be that as it may. Yes. The arms. Oh my God. Arms, you got it right, man. I could write a book. A friggin' book I can write. From the day I was born until right now, I can write a book. Forget about it. Be this long. Be that as it may, we're in the 5th phase of the Italian goodbye, and I have got to get going. My phone is blowing up. People think I left the country. I'm sure I gotta entertain my people. Okay, guys. Brooklyn guy. See you. Good night. All right, good night, guys. I am banging out. I got to get going. We had a good show tonight. 2 hours and 45 minutes. I never ever do that. Don't touch me. I never ever do that. Mama Stiggs, I love her. Yes, I saw your other stuff. Oh, Mama Stiggs, I love her. I saw your shenanigans across the street. Of course you did, Brooklyn guys. We don't use Wikipedia, right? We don't know news articles, right, Johnny? We speak from what we know, right? Right, Johnny? That's what we know. All right, guys, listen, I'm banging out. Guys. 2 hours and 45 minutes. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm going to go out. I got, hey, we all got needs, right? I'm going out tonight. Use your imagination. I got to go. Thank you all for being part of this channel of mine. I appreciate each and every one of you. Gonna go have a glass of wine at the tavern in the neighborhood. I'll see you guys later. Ciao for now. Thank you for stopping by.